Hey, this is Mossman. Welcome back for another Minecraft hardcore stream. Just give me 1 second. Ooh. It's been like a whole week since I've streamed, so there's a handful of things I forgot. Alright. So, as I mentioned, I did a handful of things off stream because I got a chance to play. And I will say, one of the cooler things is actually not even in this world. It's in a testing world, like where I basically messed with like redstone. But I did fill out this map, which took a little while. It's not really cool right now because it's like the max scale of a map you can get, so you can't even like really tell that this is our compound. Also, as you might have already noticed, I cleared a bunch of the trees right here because what I also wanted to do was basically start clearing out this area that we already sectioned off as the spawn chunks area. So I want to start clearing that section out as well. And then I also put in the description that I wanted to clean up the compound in general. So that means these farms. These farms are like okay, but they're really small and they're not even like decorative. So I kind of either want to move them or change them anyway like that. Yeah, that's not the only thing I did off camera. I can actually show you all the other things. So as you can see, right as we come in here, I have a massive map. So the way you make a map wall like this is you get item frames and you fill out small maps. You just, like, those are the scale 1 maps. So our base is made up of like 4 or 5 different maps. Yeah. Which is kind of cool. I don't know if that actually, that little green dot that is me updates while I'm not holding it. I don't think it does. But this is, yeah, I thought it would be kind of cool because 1, it's decorative, and 2, it'll let us see changes. So as you can see, like, you can see the drone farm, you can see our little fishing hut, our creeper farm, and you can obviously see the lines that actually, you know, point out where the chunks are for the spawn chunks. So one of the things I want to do today is actually clear out this chunk right here. I'm basically going to be clearing all of those trees. So we might actually move our beacon, which is right there, over there, and then clear out all the trees there and maybe here as well. Yeah, there's a lot of different things. I also, as you can see, added a couple more brewing stands in here, and the reason why is because I did a bunch of brewing. So I have a bunch of just potions that are already ready up. All of these are awkward potions and ready to go for something. I collected items to use for brewing. I also, I don't know why, but I completely forgot that you can make magma cream with slime and blaze rods. So I spent like an hour in the nether and just collected like 3 stacks of blaze rods so that I could do a bunch of brewing. So we have like 9 like 8-minute long fire resistant potions. We also have, I mean, we still have all of our slime down here, which will actually be important for a different reason. One of the things that I think I can improve on a lot is our farms. Our farms are like, you know, they get the work done, but one thing that can really improve it is flying machines. So I recently figured out how to actually make flying machines, and that's the thing I was talking about earlier, where not everything I did was in this world. It was in a testing world with redstone. I finally figured out how flying machines actually work. I mean, more or less. I'm still working on it. But I think I can make an automated sugarcane farm where a flying machine just flies across the top and cuts everything off, which I think would be kind of cool. I don't really know how it would work on the timing and like actually have it run on like a certain period of time without setting up like just a massive redstone clock. So I'm still figuring that out. So I don't think we're going to set that farm up today necessarily. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to point out first, just to kind of get that out of the way. But I think our next plan of action, we sleep. Oh yeah, I also broke them down because when they're in the blocks, they don't look as cool. Like, it doesn't look like they have that many diamonds. But then when you break it down to this, it kind of shows what we truly have. All right, where is it? There they are. So if you remember, it's 164 blocks, which I'm pretty sure is 2 stacks and 36. So we're just gonna move our beacon. I think I left the other one at the villager farm, which is fine. Also, earlier today, I was running around without my elytron. I just had my chest plate on, and I fell because I thought I still had it on, and I went to like glide in there, fell straight down to here, and only took 2 hearts of damage. Which is just, it's always funny to think about. Like, you know, once you get OP gear, it's like, you don't really have to worry about too much. Alright, so this little square of land is what we're clearing out. I'm only putting down a beacon because I think it'll actually make it faster, like, significantly. Not that we really need it, but, you know, it'll just make it better. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we can just... Oh yeah, I also found spoon recently. I don't know why, but it was inside the chest in like our old base. You know, like the dirt hut. Or the tiny wooden hut. It was inside that base. And I'm not sure why. I mean, that technically can go there. Okay, I'm just going to get this out of the way first. I mean, even without haste, our axe is already, like, really good. So you can just, you know, clear out most things without it. It's just that the haste will make it a little bit better. And it also reminded me, I actually don't have a netherite axe. This is, like, our only axe. And we don't really have a good way of getting another one unless we want to use diamonds. Because our toolsmith doesn't sell axes like he could. He just doesn't. And it's kind of sad. Because if he did, we could make like a chest full of axes like I do for shovels and pickaxes. Not that I really need as many axes as I do for shovels and pickaxes. Because just kind of for obvious reasons. But still, it would be cool to have one. And I could just light this whole forest on fire. You know, like that would also be a like relatively fast way of clearing this land. The only issue is I don't want to like just burn it all down. I'd like to actually like collect the wood as well. Because one, it gives me something to do. And 2, I might actually find this wood useful later. And I didn't bring anything to power this, did I? That's fine. I'm pretty sure I have something in here. Lapis won't do. Alright, I have to go grab something then. It's irritating. I had emeralds on me earlier, right before I started the stream. Must have put them away. Yay, villager area. Hi, everyone. Oh, that reminds me. The newer villager, we don't have a name for him. I don't think we did, at least. So we're going to have to rename him. Alrighty. Haste 2. Again, we don't really need haste in the first place, so I guess I could have just made it like haste and give me something else, you know, like jump boost, I guess, but still don't really need that. And I actually, if you didn't just see it, I really like mining with my elytra on, like mining and also like breaking down trees, because you can jump underneath the leaves like that. And then pop up inside, jump back down. So you can kind of maneuver through forest really easily. But yeah. This is just the first part that I had thought about. Oh. Alright. And then once we actually clear it out, then we're going to probably just, we're going to take the maps out that actually touch on this area. We'll refresh them because I don't think they can update in the item frames unless we move them. So we'll have to like take them out of the item frames, fly over here, or like walk over here. You know. Shouldn't be too bad. So I need to check something real quick. Also, now that I'm looking at it, I think we have 200 and like, I don't know. I think we have like over 200 live streams now. All right, and I just wanted to check. This is my second year in a row live streaming on my birthday. The last live stream I did on my birthday was called Meteor Mining, and it was on another hardcore world that we ended up dying in. That's hilarious. Alright, and I was wrong. It's not, we don't have over 200, but we do have over 100. We have like 141. Which is still cool, you know, 141 live streams. I mean, videos, we only have 50. Or close to 50. So, yeah. Second year in a row playing Minecraft for my birthday. I could ask for nothing more. Alright. So what's funny is, and I did mean to mention this, the reason why it's been hard for me to live stream recently is, I mean, there's many different reasons, varying from like school to just preference. But one of the reasons recently has been I started intermittent fasting again, which, I mean, you know, I know for a fact I mentioned this on streams in the last year, but intermittent fasting can, it's the main reason why I'm doing it is because I have a really high resting heart rate, which could be caused by like high blood pressure, and intermittent fasting is supposed to reduce your blood pressure. And one of my goals is to stay healthy enough to where I can still donate blood, and because of my high resting heart rate, I can't do that. So, I mean, recently what I've been doing is doing fasting again. But the downside is obviously that I have less energy sometimes, because it's like you're quite literally going without food during certain parts of the day. Because what I've been doing is basically eating like one meal a day. And today's kind of like a bit of a cheat day because last night I was supposed to break my fast at midnight, and I fell asleep and ended up not breaking my fast until this morning at like 8 or 9. So I ended up doing like 28 hours of fasting. So I mean, I've eaten pretty recently, so I'm still pretty energetic. But yeah, I mean, I can't say I've been doing it like for super long. It's just been about a week now. But I mean, I did this in the past, but yeah, my hope is that it's, I mean, obviously I'm hoping it'll help with weight loss, but mainly it's the blood pressure thing. And I'll be honest, like, it's also kind of helped because like I did have a habit of just eating whenever I was bored. So like there was times when I would go to the diner and grab like an enormous amount of food when like I'm not even hungry, and I just end up eating for basically no reason. How is there a zombie? It's the middle of the day. Must be a cave nearby. Oh, that's lit up. Whatever. Oh. Oh, this does remind me though of the, like how there used to be a cave right here, and I covered it up. I don't know if y'all remember that far back, but there was like a cave cutting straight through in front of my base right here, and I just filled it in with all the stone that I'd collected while mining. Like, you can actually, if you go in here, you'll see it because I blocked it off. See, there used to be a cave that went straight through here, but I filled it all in because I was like, it's worth it, you know. I'll flatten out the compound, keep mobs from spawning underneath my base and stuff like that. So there used to be a cave cutting like right here. Actually, if I load up the copy of the world, which I have, I could show y'all, but that's a little much right now. It's fine. Yeah. That's basically all I've really been up to lately. I've also been playing a lot of Warzone, and I mean, I obviously did a live stream the other day. Like, that was my last live stream, was the Warzone live stream. But I've been playing, like, a lot. Like, I'm Prestige 5 now, and I think I was, like, still Prestige 3 last week. So I, like, Prestige twice in, like, a week. Which, I mean, I know some people might not find that cool, but, like, almost all of it was through Warzone, not, like, multiplayer or anything like that, which I think is a faster way of leveling up. Ugh. I've also been working on, if you didn't see, they added a new pistol to Warzone. I don't know what it's called. I think it's like Psych, I don't know. Either way, I want it. So, the way you unlock it is you get 4 kills with a pistol in 5 matches, which means I have to get 20 pistol kills. And I mean, Warzone, like, obviously you can get pistol kills in Warzone, but it's not like it's easy, because one, there used to be a meta, like there used to be like Diamatis, which are like burst pistols in that game. There used to be like basically like there was a period of time when you could make them akimbo or like dual, so you could carry 2 Diamatis at one time and like just shoot them, and like they were really good for close range, but they got nerfed, so now they don't do as much damage. And because of that, getting pistol kills is a little bit harder, but I was able to actually do it one round. Because what I was doing is I was running with the M16, which is currently considered like one of the meta guns. I would down them and then I just finish them with like a Renetti or something that I was carrying. Because I still have like a couple classes with the dual Diamatis, but the issue is like they just don't do as much damage. And like I've lost fights that like you used to be able to win with them, so it's just like kind of sad. Because I mean, I was really happy when I unlocked them, but like I started using them like after they were already nerfed, so it was kind of like, oh great, I unlocked them for nothing. Which, I mean, I was still happy to have them because they're still cool, and in multiplayer they're still pretty good. Like Cold War multiplayer, they're still really good. Speaking of which, those new guns, you can do akimbo with them. Like you can do like dual wield, and you can have like these massive mags on them, and they look really cool. Because I saw a guy do it, like a TikTok of it. Oh, that's what I did. I finally put a video up on the TikTok that I made specifically to advertise this channel. But it's not even related to the channel. It's just related to my mountain of Mountain Dew that I have in my room. I have a tower of empty Mountain Dew cans on top of one of my lamps that's mounted onto the wall. And it looks really cool because, well, it's like 80 different Mountain Dew cans. But I made a video for it because I thought it was funny. I should put the link in the description. I'll do that in a second. Just want to get through some of these trees. Oh, something else is so as I've mentioned before, one of my bigger like plans for the project of like this world was like, I've seen a lot of like clips where people make these like flying islands, like these floating islands. I don't really want to do that, but I do want to make like a massive ravine that circles around the entirety of my compound. And I want like these cool, like almost like rope bridges that go across, because I think they would look cool. So we're gonna have like these nice like big bridges that go across this like massive ravines that circle around the entire compound. So my plan is to basically make a massive circle that goes all the way around the compound, but we're gonna have to dig it out, and we're gonna dig it out to like bedrock almost. And the way I want to do that is, first we're gonna go in and like, if you've seen the bunker where like it's all basically cut out, we're basically gonna do that across the entirety of like our compound area. And then we're gonna use TNT duper machines to basically clear out the opening, like clear out like the top part. So we're gonna cut out the bottom part so we can get like all the diamonds and the good resources out of it, and still get a bunch of like stone and stuff like that. And then we're going to actually use like a flying TNT duper to cut out like big sections of it. And like, it might be a little hard to do, like, with a flying TNT duper, or I might just have to set up a bunch of different TNT dupers, because it is going to be a circle, so there aren't going to be too many straight lines, which is really the main thing flying machines are good at. But I should show you all the flying machine I was able to get to work the other day. And I was able to get it to work with a TNT duper, so I was pretty happy with that. But I can't make it go both directions just yet. Like, I can make the flying machine go both directions, but I can't make it go both directions and keep the TNT duper with it. But it should be pretty cool, because it's like, I don't know. It is one of those bigger projects which I've been kind of timid to start, because, like, I think part of it is, like, I'm worried that, like, oh no, I'm gonna die at some point and it's just gonna be like a waste. But the thing is, it's only gonna be a waste if we don't finish the project, because I don't want to start a project here, die, and then go to a new world and start the exact same project, because that's boring. So I think it's only gonna be a waste if we die before we're able to finish the project, which I'm not super worried about anymore, you know? Like, there's good ways to deal with everything. Like, I've beaten the Ender Dragon in this world 21 times. I've killed the Wither twice now. I've, you know, been alive for over 800 days in this world, which is equivalent to, what, 8 times 33? I can't do math right now. Well, it's equivalent to, like, almost 300 hours of gameplay now, I think. Actually, we can check that. No. Okay, time played, yeah, 9.2 days. So we've been playing for, you know, over a week straight is the equivalent. Which is pretty cool. I mean, obviously in the future we're going to get a lot further. And what's crazy about that is almost none of that is AFK time. Like, I did AFK for a long period of time for the gold farm, but the majority of that playtime is me active and on stream. Because even though I recently did some stuff off stream, that was like one of the first times I had actually done work off stream. Really the only thing I was doing was kind of boring work. I was like flying around the map, not doing anything besides flying and looking at a map, brewing potions, collecting resources. Like, I was just sitting in a blaze spawner for a while, which we should make a real blaze farm at some point. It's kind of like, I think one of my issues is there's also there's just so many different things I can do, and because of that, I'm getting stuck on decisions that I could do. Like, instead of doing something specific today, I ended up saying, we're gonna do, I don't know, clean up the compound. When part of me was like, why don't we make a sugarcane farm, like, today? And really the only reason why I didn't want to do that is because I don't really know how it works just yet. But, like, there's so many different farms you can make, and I basically want to have all of them at some point. Or to some degree, at least. Because you can make, like, so many different cool farms. I know, like, there's some blaze rod farms you can make that are really easy to make. Really easy. And I just haven't done it yet. Because, one, I would have to clear out a big area in the nether, and I'm not a big fan of doing that. And two, I would obviously be in the nether, which is part of the reason why I was willing to make so many fire resistance potions. Because in the future, when we are doing stuff in the nether, I want to basically be, like, comfortable doing it. That way I'd be more likely to actually finish projects in the nether. But yeah. I am still happy we got the drowned farm out of the way, though. Because one, it looks cool off in the distance. And two, it's been working well enough. Like, it's not as fast as I would like it to be. But the main reason why I wanted it was to get Nautilus shells. And we already have a conduit made. We just don't have any prismarine blocks. And two, I wanted tridents, which we still haven't gotten yet. But I think that's just because of my bad luck. Not because it's not working. Yeah. Ooh. Also, I forgot to do this at the start of the stream, but I didn't check my audio. Because it's been like quite some time since I've done anything on stream. I really should check it. Okay, that's not too bad. At first, I couldn't hear them. I couldn't hear the music at all at first. And I was kind of worried about that. Which would have been a little irritating too, because I mean, it sounds loud in my headset, even though I have it almost all like turned all the way down on YouTube. Because I don't want to. That's like one of the reasons why the audio is always kind of weird. It's because I don't want to turn it up any more than it already is, because it's already kind of loud for me. But I know y'all don't hear it to the same degree. But then the issue is if I turn it too loud on Streamlabs, then y'all can't hear me, and like, you know, like hearing me is kind of the main point of my streams. Oh. All right. Now I've gotten a decent bit of work done, I'm gonna go ahead and link that TikTok video into the description. Just because it took me a while to do. Oh, I need to be careful with that. I forgot that, like, you can still get copyrighted for, like, really short clips. So I opened TikTok without muting my phone. And the reason why that's scary is because, you know, if I play it into my mic, I'll get copyrighted. Which, again, isn't a big deal because, like, as long as it's not a strike, it's fine, but I'd prefer to avoid, you know, any issues. Oh. I was hoping to do this the easy way, but I can't see the actual live stream on my phone, so I'm gonna have to pull it up on my computer. Now's the real test. I have to remember if I can log into it. Oh, I can log in with Google. Perfect. That's always helpful. I haven't connected my phone number to my account yet. Oh, that's irritating. What's my username? This is really sad. I don't know my own stuff. Spelled my name again, okay. I have to do a verification every single time. That's really irritating. Now I can't get into my own account, that's great. I'm kind of a mess right now. What am I doing wrong? could have just logged in with my Google account. I didn't because I thought this one wasn't connected, but it is. That was a little sad. Oh, it's now asking me to sign up when I've already... No, skip. Okay, now that's great. Now I have 2 accounts for some reason. It's literally connected to this email account. Why is it messing up? I need to delete this account because it's not real. This is fine. I'm figuring it out. Gonna work out at some point. There we go. So I can find my own account at the very least. Okay, that was way too hard. That was so much harder than it should have been. There you go. Actually, I'll just put my username in instead of putting a link. This probably would have been easier. And I forgot to set up which game I'm in. Oh my gosh. It's just... Like I said, because I haven't done this in like a whole week, I'm forgetting to do things. Alright, fixed everything. Hey Brennan, sorry I wasn't paying attention. I just... Okay, so... Oh. What I was doing just now, Brennan, you might find cool. I put my username for TikTok in the description because I finally actually made a video on it. Not that it's related to my channel yet, but the account is supposed to help advertise the channel, but I just haven't really done anything with it yet. So I can't say it's too useful right now. But if you're interested, it's mossyman_YT. So original, right? Yo, wandering trader outside. Oh my gosh, look at how much wood I had. Didn't realize. Oops. Let's store this and then grab ourselves a shulker box to run around with. Okay. And let's just throw this in there. Alright, wow, none of these are empty. This is so useful. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's the gold from the gold farm. Alright, let's go grab one of these then. I also need to put one of my shovels away, because there's no reason to be carrying 2 shovels right now. Alright, spoons. Alright, since I have spoon on me, we can put this, you know, discount spoon in here. Alright. Don't let me forget that I put cloud inside that one as well. Oh yeah, there's the conduit. Why, hello, good sir. I could use some puffer fish. Hi, guys. Will he let me buy 9 puffer fish off of him? Honestly, this is one of the things that makes me, like, question Minecraft. Like, I like the idea that the wandering traders actually carry around 9 puffer fish in their pockets. Because that would just be, like, kind of funny. You know, he's just like, I'm just happy to sell them. You know how many times I've been poisoned by these dudes? Did he already... No, he's here. Oh my gosh. I thought he despawned already. Okay, so I can only buy 4 off of him. That's a little disappointing. Oh yeah, slime. I really need slime. Alright, I think that's all I need from you. Have a good day, sir. Oh wow. Parkour llama. Alright, we'll actually leave them peacefully this time. Normally I just kill them. We'll just resolve this peacefully. Just, you know, he can go his own way. We won't bother him. You know, stuff like that. You know, there's really no reason to treat them badly. You know, like what they do. You know, they're just trying to sell us stuff. You know, no big deal. Anyways, now that they've despawned, let me just click these random items I just found on the ground. Not sure where they came from, but now that I've gotten all the use out of him by buying copious amounts of puffer fish, but these are all in buckets, so they're cooler. Why didn't I store leather in any of these? This is supposed to be like my passive mob, like chest / farming area. I'll just throw these in here as well for now. No other good place to put them. Alright, back to tree farming. We've already cleared out like a good amount of this space. I should probably go around the edge just because that would give me a better idea of what to do. A little bit more structure, you know? Yeah. Also, it was kind of my imagination, but right before the stream, I was in my storage room, like in the base, and I was just like looking at it because I was like, "Is this off center? It shouldn't be." And I just couldn't get it out of my head that it was off center. Like I was counting the blocks, looking at it, and I was like, "There's no way it's off center," but it feels like it is. It was just kind of weird. And I think it's because you always, like even right now, it'll, like some things might look off center because the axe or the hatchet, like kind of feels like it's taller than the totem of undying. Like it feels like it's like higher up in the view. So it makes my entire view like kind of like tilted one direction almost. Like automatically. And even if you just like take out your like fists, you're still gonna have your like your hand out to the same length almost. But every time I was looking at it, I was like I can't get it out of my head that it's not, like it just seems uneven. It was kind of weird. I just had to accept it that it probably was even and it was fine, and I was just convincing myself otherwise. But you know, it's always those little moments of panic when you're like, wow, am I gonna have to destroy half of my storage system just to make something even again? Alrighty. What's even cooler about this part is once we actually finish clearing this out, when I grab the maps that like are covering this section, we can see how much of a difference there is because the map hasn't refreshed yet, so it'll still see all these trees here. And I should let all the leaves disappear first, because if not, the map will just see the leaves and actually take note of where they are and stuff on the map. And it'll look a little weird. It'll look like a bunch of patchy green, you know? Oh wow. This is awesome. It cuts off like basically right at the flower forest. Ow. I keep forgetting not to break that stuff with my the leaves with my axe, because my axe has silk touch. Whenever I do that, I just pick up the leaves. Hello, sheep. Yeah. I will say, like, all this tree farming kind of reminds me that, like, so in the little server that I play on with my friends, I've been slowly setting up these little bases and not telling anyone about them. And it's like, I've only made like 2 or 3 so far. They're really simple bases, but I've been making them in survival mode and stocking them with like loot. And it's like not like weird loot, it's like, you know, it's just handy to have. So each of them has 3 stacks of every type of wood. So I've been doing a bunch of wood farming in like on that server. Each of them has a couple stacks of iron ingots, because obviously we have an iron golem farm in that server as well. They have like a set of diamond armor, which I get from an armor smith. But I normally unenchant them because it's like honestly worth more that way. And they're all like these really basic little like houses. And like I set up farms, and I made a guest book. So it's like a book and quill, and basically it's like, you know, if you enjoy your visit here, sign that you were here. But yeah, I've been making a lot of little huts basically, and they're not bad looking at all. They're just, you know, smaller, so it's not like a big base or anything. They are kind of nice though. I made one built into a wall, like into like the wall of a mountain, and it looks kind of cool because I made it have like a little bit of a pier that then goes down, and you can cross this like cool looking bridge. I'm pretty happy with it. I think if I don't know, if I ever made a server like a public server for like subscribers and stuff like that to get on, I think I would probably do something like that. Like I'd probably make a bunch of them though. Like we would just have like 50 or 60 different small bases spread across the entire map at like random coordinates, where you can get like gear and stuff like that. Because like something I realized is one of the best things about Minecraft is like there's just things you find that like at first you might not have realized were there. Like when I was younger, before I really like knew more about Minecraft, every time I saw something like a desert temple, like I thought it was the rarest thing in the world. So anything that was like automatically there already or made by someone else, I always thought it was cool. So I think adding those little bases where you can like rest up, you know, head off somewhere from there, like maybe gather more resources before you leave. Oh, that's another thing. They all have, because golden carrots are really easy to get, because 1, I have a gold farm there, and 2, because I also have a farmer villager, I have a bunch of gold carrots. So each one of the bases have like 1 or 2 stacks of golden carrots you can take as well. But yeah, it's pretty funny just setting it up, because I'm like, what would be useful, you know? So they're just kind of easy to build and fun to build. And they're also a good exercise, because I'm not very good at like aesthetic building. You know, I can't really make builds that look very nice. So it's a good little practice of like trying to make nicer looking buildings. Should probably go to bed. Do you like how I always fly in through there, even though like it would be faster to just fly to the front door? Yeah, I'm a little eccentric, you know. I like to show off my little elytra landing area. We've almost cleared this area out. Just almost, you know. Still not quite there. And I'm also clearing the ones on the edge that are like close to being in it, because if they're overhanging the line, it'll still cover it up a little bit and it'll make it harder to actually see where the line is. And I can't quite remember the distance. I think it's 100 blocks away from the center. I think it's less than that, actually. The stone lines that go from the center to the outside, I can't quite remember how far they are. But I know I can like Google it or something like that. But they're all the same length out, because this should all be the spawn chunks area. And because of that, what I can do is I found a little thing online that shows you how to make pixelated circles, and it shows you exactly how many like blocks need to be put where and stuff like that. And I did it so like I used it so that I could make a an ocean monument build in the server I'm on. And probably what we're gonna end up doing on this world as well. But what I want to do is kind of figure out where the circle that we're gonna be digging out is, because I don't think the ravine should be a perfect circle, but it might be anyways, just because it might look cool that way. But yeah, like from, let me see if I can get like a good aerial view to explain this. Basically, the circle is going to, at the very least, take in all of these corners. So it's just going to be curved all the way around. We're going to reshape this river and stuff like that. And I mean, I even considered just making the river go all the way around, like making a handmade river. But we're probably, this is probably going to all be inside it. So what we're going to do is maybe cut the river out through there, have the ravine go around, and then we'll just have this little pond area on top of our compound for our fishing hut. Because I don't want to move some of our buildings like the fishing hut. Alright, where's my shulker box? There it is. Oh yeah, I'm probably going to be going until like 5 p.m. my time. So just like another 2 hours or so. And I'm not really sure what I want to get like done, because I obviously listed a bunch of different things. I'm not quite sure like what order I'm going to be doing them in. Because obviously like, depending on to like what extent I do all these things, I might not have enough time to do everything. Because obviously I want to clear out the trees in this quarter of our compound, and then I also want to like clean up our compound in terms of like the farms. And I mean, obviously I mentioned like I do want to build newer farms, but I'm not sure if I'll do that today. I might though. It kind of depends. gotten this part of this section done. Back over here. And I mean, as I mentioned, I obviously don't really have a plan for what I'm going to do with all this wood, but it'll just be helpful to have. We'll probably end up using it for, like, you know, building different buildings inside the compound, as well as also, like, making bridges. You know, we'll end up spending a lot of wood, because we, like, have to use wood in a lot of different builds. Like, it's just, like, it's something that kind of surprised me by how much wood we end up using. Like, obviously, you remember when we did the drowned farm, it was like stacks of spruce wood that we used on those fence gates that keep the water above it. Which also, I realized while I was farming with the drowned farm earlier today, I don't know where, but mobs are being able to spawn up there. Because I had a creeper fall into the, like, the kill pit or whatever. And I was like, that's not right. It didn't explode or anything, but I also saw a skeleton. And I was like, I don't know how these mobs are getting up here. And we also need to light up underneath it as well. Because, obviously, during the daytime, mobs can spawn underneath the drowned farm, even though most of it's above the river. But also, the land that's next to the river has a lot of mobs spawning at it, on it during nighttime, like when I'm farming it. Even though I'm like high enough up where that shouldn't be a problem, it is still happening. So we're gonna have to go through and light up that area at some point. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about with like just different things to do. Like, I want to make a blaze farm, a wither skeleton farm, a new sugarcane farm. Basically, I want to make new automatic farms for everything, because my pumpkin farm, my pumpkin pie factory is horrible. It's trash. It's just not good. The only operational thing on there is my eggs, like the egg farm of it. The sugarcane farm, I don't think it was too bad. The main issue was it's not to the right scale. We need a bunch more. And that's why I'm kind of happy that we've been like digging underneath our base so much, because we have plenty of redstone. That's not going to be an issue. We just need to learn how to make better machines. So I'm hoping, now that I've figured out how to make flying machines, and kind of incorporate that into a farm. Really, the only thing that's I'm struggling with right now in my head is the collection system for the sugarcane farm. Because I'm thinking, well, okay, we'll just have it fall into the water after the falling machine breaks it. Issue is, how do I control it enough to make it fall into the water? Because if not, it's just going to land back on the block. And we're just not going to like get nearly as much out of it as we should. And I was like, okay, but then I could put hopper minecarts underneath the dirt blocks. Or just straight up hoppers underneath the dirt blocks. But even then, I don't know how I'd connect it to the actual water, because we could use the water, like have it flowing to each side where a hopper collects it, but then I don't know. There's a lot of like questions I have about my farm. So I mean, I have the idea and like the ability to build one, and I kind of don't want to look one up. Like, I like the idea of designing my own, but the issue is I think the collection system's a little bit more complicated than I would like it to be. And because of that, that's what I'm kind of like getting pushed towards, like just looking one up. But you know, it's not quite as cool as just making one. I should show you all the flying machine I'd been I've been using recently. Because, I mean, you can probably find it online, but I thought I should at least mention it. Because I guess there's different ways to make one, but the one I saw is really simple. It literally uses 2 observers and 2 pistons and slime blocks, and that's it. It's really easy. I think they're sticky pistons, but still. Like, super easy to make. And because of all, like, our slime farm, like, I really don't care about experimenting with, like, slime blocks. I got a bunch of it. Oh, yeah, that's another farm I want to do. I'm going to do a bee farm. Like, yeah, just cause. And also, you know, I can get honey blocks, and honey blocks can be useful for certain things with redstone, but, you know. I'm also thinking we should probably replace the wooden blocks with something at some point. I don't know if I want to do sea lanterns or glowstone, but I don't like the idea of just having torches sitting there. So I want to put like a glowing block, or even shroom blocks, you know, like shroom lights from the nether. Those might look nice. I guess the only issue would be getting enough of them, because I don't know how they actually work. Like, do they just naturally spawn on warped fungus? Because if they do, then I could just make a warped fungus farm and get shroom lights. Those. Then it's just the trees over here, and we're almost done with it. That did not take too long. Probably could have gotten it done faster. I mean, I guess it would have been more productive to like work on the farms and just light this on fire, but you know, I also didn't want to clear the forest outside of it, because it would have just spread into like the flower forest, and it doesn't clear everything out properly. Lots of times it leaves like floating wood, which isn't a big deal. You know, I can clean that up, but you know, if I use fire to clean up like that big of a section of area, it would create some problems. You know, it would be bound to create problems. This also reminds me about the tree farm we have in the bunker, which I still like the idea of that tree farm, but I think we can make it better by digging out a higher area. I low-key think it would be cool to make an area underground big enough to have a massive spruce tree. I don't think it'd be necessary, but imagine underground seeing this grown. Wouldn't that be cool? Like, even to some degree it would be cool. Also, I'm getting rid of this tree. Right here. Look at that, we almost cleared this out. Which, it does make you realize how much more space you have to work with. Something I also thought about is, I do like the idea of basically making myself invincible on the compound. So that includes getting more beacons in the future, but also setting up conduits. I think it'd be cool if I could, like, AFK inside water. Because what's cool about conduits is they also attack drowned. Like, not super quickly, but they do attack drowned. So, you know, I would be safe underwater, because I wouldn't be drowning, and the drowned and anything that like could possibly spawn would get attacked by the conduit. I mean, it's also underwater, so, you know, no creeper explosions. Especially since most mobs that aren't like zombies and skeletons actually float. So, you know. Alright. Are we done? I think we might actually be done. Or actually, no, there's a couple more over here, but still, we're very close. And again, I'm probably gonna let the leaves like dissipate before I take the map out to refresh it, because I don't want the map picking up like the extra leaves, because they do pick that up. Which isn't a big deal, but you know, it would look nicer if I already had it cleared out. Alright. Now I think we've actually done it and finished it off. I'm just going to break this tree down as well, because the leaves that are connected to its trunk are keeping the leaves from another tree alive. As well as this one. And this one. This is why I have to go around the edge as well. It's because the trunks of these trees are keeping leaves inside the border alive. And obviously I want to get rid of the leaves, so. I guess I could use Clout, the netherite hoe, for this, because I'm pretty sure those are supposed to be faster at breaking leaves now. But I don't know. I don't think it's quite worth it. We'll test it out though. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Especially since it doesn't have... Did I just get a seed from breaking leaves? I didn't, right? Because it doesn't have silk touch, it's even better. Because that means I'm not getting, you know, copious amounts of leaves that I'm not going to use right now. Yeah, it was a good idea to use Clout. So I also have efficiency on this, don't I? It's only efficiency 3, but like, you know, if it's leaves that I'm dealing with, I don't really care. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. We almost have all the leaves gone, as well as also finishing all the trees. That wasn't too bad. I guess the next objective is to get rid of the farms, because I don't want to like get rid of them. It's more of like I just want to remake them, possibly in a different area, and I kind of want to terraform the actual farm area as well, because I want to make most of this on the same level. So, I don't know. I kind of have to figure out exactly what I want to do, because I'm tempted to flatten out the entirety of where we're going to have a ravine encircling. So, like, I'm tempted to flatten out all of this, like, that's inside this, the gray, the stone lines. I obviously don't know what level I would give that to, because I could put it at the same level as my house, but that would mean the creeper farm is messed up. Or I could make it all lower, and then that would mean my house is just floating. But, you know, just more things I have to figure out. Alright, we're almost ready to fly over here with our map. Oh, not quite yet. almost done too. What's really funny is if you're wondering why there's grass blocks up here, it's because of Endermen. Endermen have been placing grass blocks everywhere. I found one, I mean, there's one next to the beacon down in the ravine next to my base, if you haven't already seen it. That was an Enderman. I found a couple inside my base now. They just like placing grass blocks. Like this, it's floating because of an Enderman. These, I almost can guess, are Endermen. Anytime it's just one by itself, and it doesn't look natural with the landscape, it's probably because of an Enderman. But I mean, it's not a big deal. They won't show up on the map, so I'll leave them floating. Alrighty. I think I'm ready to get a map out, because most of this isn't a big deal. If it's like one or two, I don't think it'll be caught up on the map. I would kind of like to get it though. Alright, that didn't work. Alright, let's see if I can catch it with my elytra. I didn't. That's it. Alrighty. So for one, this is the map that covers like the entire world, and you can already see that our base, like this area looks more clear on the map than it did earlier. Not significantly, but soon enough we'll just have like a perfect open square on this map. And then later on we'll have like a very defined circle. I'm gonna sleep before I do this part. So, no, I dripped orange water onto my shirt. My shirt isn't like orange enough to make it out, so it like just looks weird. Ah, that's irritating. Yeah, I kind of brought that upon myself though. So the way I opened, so it's like a pack of 40 water bottles, and I opened it with like a knife. So I slid it straight across the top, and I punctured 2 water bottles. So because I wanted to get rid of those first, I'm drinking 2 different flavored waters, which again, I guess I should also explain. The reason why they're flavored is because while fasting, I'm not supposed to have anything during those hours. But sometimes, you know, you'll get a craving for like any sort of flavoring, and I can't have like soda, anything with like any sort of caloric intake. It'll mess up the fast if I have it. Oh, this actually technically spawns into 4 different maps. So look at that. You can actually see where like it still thinks that that part of the map is covered in like wooded area. But once we get closer to it, it'll fix itself. So that area is basically already fixed, not a big deal. We're just about to get to that area. There we go. And I guess the green stuff it's showing is like, you know, the grass and the ferns. Not the leaves like I thought earlier, but I guess that's fine. But yeah, this all looks good now. And then we can put this back up. And here comes the puzzle part. It's not super hard, but you know, obviously you can mix them up, so you're gonna be careful with where you put them. It's over here. There we go. Now you can see the big difference. It used to be like all wooded here. Now it's not. And I would be tempted to clear out the part next to the creeper area, but I mean, it already took me an hour to just cut down some wood, so I don't really want to do that again. You know, I don't want to have a live stream where I'm just cutting down wood for 3 hours. But I mean, obviously, I think I might do this off camera. So by the next live stream, I probably won't have any wooded areas inside the box. And I might also go through and do the circle, like make the circle with the stone bricks, or with the clean stone, so you can see exactly how far out we're going to be cutting down as well. Because this village is probably going to be annihilated when we do our little canyon / ravine that goes around this entire base. But yeah, that's kind of the plans. Alright, so like I said, we're going to be getting rid of most of these farms. They're nice. I'm glad I made them, but I don't need them anymore because I want to make better farms. Also, do you like how we still have this plant? I noticed this earlier. I was like, why did I just do this? Why didn't I just break it? That's a flower that I planted and it said it'll just stay there like forever. So that's the reason why it's still there, if you're wondering. And I'm happy I actually kept that. Same thing with this flower. 2 monumental flowers that have been there like since like day 3 or something like that. Some crazy number like that. I've also been killing the iron golems here because they're irritating. They get in the way. You know, like. And what's funny is as long as you stay at like a certain range, they actually won't come towards you. Like if I get up here, he'll start running at me because he's like, "Hey, you're the one who hit me." There, here he comes. Which obviously, you know, I don't want to get in a fight with an iron golem hand to hand because he'd probably win. Yeah, it's just, I don't like the iron golems respawning here. It's irritating right now. Hey guys, I killed your iron golem. Do you care? Nope, still perfect prices. Yeah, that's what I thought. I forgot I had 4 of these in here. Oh, that's right. I need to start selling these to the cleric so I can get rid of the run flesh. So, among other things, recently I had realized how many shulker boxes I actually have, and I just don't use them. But I've also realized that some of my shulker boxes have turned into basically permanent storage areas, which isn't a good thing. Because it's like getting a laptop and then treating it like a desktop and like not taking it anywhere. And that's one of the things I've been happy about with myself. I take my laptop to all of my classes, so it never stays in my room for very long, which I'm happy about, because my old laptops, what I used to do is I would leave them on my desk and I would not move them, I would not unplug them, wouldn't do anything with them besides keep them there. And I think I need to embrace the shulker boxes similarly to the way I'm embracing my laptop. I need to take advantage of its mobility, you know, which is one of the reasons why I do like the idea of having an ender chest where it's just full of shulker boxes, and that's how I travel around. But anyways, let's go ahead and fix up our little farms, and by that I mean take them down. Again, don't get me wrong, these farms were useful, and like I can still get stuff from them obviously, but they're slower than I'd like, because if I want massive like amounts of stuff back, I don't think this is the best way to do it. Yeah. Because I think it was a nice little design at the start. You know, it wasn't bad, but I don't think it's quite worth keeping. And obviously I'll probably just end up using these seeds to make the newer farms, or at least start the newer farms, because one of the things I like about watching Hermitcraft is they have these massive farms. I really like their farms, but they're not just big, they're really decorative, so it looks nice as well. And like they almost never get in the way, they're decorative, they're functional, and like it's just one of those things that they're like able to rely on. So that's the reason why they're able to do such big projects. It's because they're good at making these massive farms that are reliable, useful, and won't get in the way, so they can do these massive builds. And that's one of the things I realized, because I am making these farms that are they're not necessarily in the way, it's just like they aren't productive enough for me to go, yeah, we're going to do something massive. Like, I can't right now go and fill my shulker box with rockets like I would like to be able to. Because, one, my gunpowder farm isn't fast enough. Two, my sugarcane farm isn't fast enough. So I also can't make large amounts of books because of the same reason. Not enough sugarcane, not enough cows. So we just need better farms. That is my conclusion. And I know there's a bunch of different ways to make these farms. Like, obviously, I've made a carrot and potato farm before. Y'all see it. It's literally still in the world. It's just that because it's not in the spawn chunks, it's not very useful right now. So what I'm thinking about doing is possibly moving it to be in the spawn chunks. And that being my new, like, carrot and potato farm. Because you can also expand that to get bigger. You know? What I'm hoping is, by taking down these farms, I get a little bit more understanding of the area that I'm in. You know, like, one of the big things about builds is the first thing you do is you kind of open up the area and you see how you're going to do it. Like, you don't really start builds without, like, an open area. You know, it's like the first step. The first step, you open up all the area, you see exactly what you're going to do, and then you build it. So this is my idea of basically cleaning up the compound so you can kind of see it more. Which is one of the reasons why I'm thinking about flattening it out more as well. Alright. Took down most of the farms. Until I actually make a new cow farm, I think I'm going to leave this one up. Just because I don't want the cows wandering around right now. I might kill all these chickens. Because they probably add a decent amount of lag to the server. Not that I'm on a server, but you get the idea. I'm just going to leave that for now. Empty out my pockets. And then in a second, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to burn all of them alive. That sounds bad. We're just going to get a lot of chicken, is what I'm saying. Also, beetroot farms are horrible. Look at that. We only got 32 beetroots out of that. Alright, this seems like a fine place to put them. Alrighty. We'll sleep real quick. And we could, I guess, update the map as well to that. Those aren't big changes, so it's fine. I guess it will make our compound look a little bit more, like, empty. But again, I think that's okay right now. Because once it's empty, we can figure out, like, how we want to fill it. You know? Like, now that we have this open area, I can kind of take, like, full understanding of what's here. That's kind of satisfying. I like how I can just destroy trees now. Just so quickly. Just open up all the leaves so I can cut down the tree. Really tear through them like that. Alright, I guess I should also, like, fill in this water so that they turn back from being farmland. And then the farmland will naturally disappear because if there's no water, gets dehydrated and it turns back to the way it was. Fun Minecraft knowledge. Not that this really needed to be changed much. I kind of want to leave this guy here just because he's chilling, you know. We might turn that into like a little pond, actually. I don't know. We wait here long enough, like, yeah, look, we can already see it dehydrating. And then this will turn back into like normal dirt in a second. Yeah, it really doesn't take long. You know, you get the idea. I don't know. This is kind of me just sitting back and looking at what we've done so far and trying to figure out what I want to do next. Because, like, I have a bunch of different plans, but I'm just not quite sure where to take them. Because we have all this area to work with. You know? Like, we have this whole quarter of our compound that we haven't used yet. So there's a lot of cool things we can do. Well, one of the things I was thinking about is, because it's like going to be a more industrialized farm, the sugarcane farm, especially the way I was thinking about making it. As I mentioned, it would probably end up being like a flying machine that goes back and forth across its crops. You know, it's going to be pretty industrialized, stuff like that. What I'm thinking is, we put it inside the bunker. Look at all that wood. That's going to be so useful at some point in time, someday, hopefully. But, you know, I'm going to put it in here just to make it easier. We have just over half a double chest, which is not bad. And then we have 3 stacks of saplings for it. They're actually more than that now, but you know, that's pretty funny. And now we have an open shulker box again, which is nice. All right. So, redstone shulker box, sticky pistons. I don't have any observers. How do you make observers again? I made them before, I just can't remember how to make them now. Quartz, cobblestone, redstone, alright. I know I have quartz somewhere. Perfect. Oh, good. I have some cobblestone. Some redstone, blah, blah, blah. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Boom. Put that back. Honestly, I should keep quartz in there as well, since that's used in a couple different recipes for redstone. Alright, grab that. I'm gonna jump down here. And then we're gonna see if I can remember how to make that flying machine I made literally days ago. What are with all these people doing? Where are you coming from? Private property, you know. Come on, respect it. Alrighty. Really just need 2, but I'll just take 58. I'll use it at some point, it's fine. Alrighty. Let's just... there we go. Alrighty. Oh my gosh. These mobs are so irritating. I think it's because I hung out upstairs too long. And like, you know, like all the mobs just that could spawn have been spawning because I've been in the area for so long. Heard another zombie drop behind me, but deal with these fellows first. Oh, 2. Alrighty, so real quick, first off, I'm gonna eat something because, you know, it's bad to stay at low hunger and low hearts. Even if you are in a relatively secure area. As you've seen, I don't actually have a perfectly secure bunker just yet. So first, we have to make... Wait, which direction do I want it going? I want to go that direction first. Or no, that has a slime block. These slime blocks disappear. I think it's like that. And then no, I broke it. Okay. This is the one downside. I don't actually know how to do them perfect just yet. And because of that, they're kind of still difficult for me to build. Okay, yeah. It did that thing again where it broke. And I'm not sure which part I'm messing up, but you can kind of see how low material it takes to actually make one. So you can kind of understand why I'm just kind of excited to find out how to actually do it finally. It's because once I can actually... There it goes. I think it's because I was breaking it. But yeah, we got a flying machine now. So like we can use flying machines like this for a bunch of different things. No, I should stop it now. There we go. I don't actually know how to turn them off just yet, but I know enough blocks. They can't, like pistons obviously can't push more than like 12 blocks, I think. So if you put enough on there, it'll automatically stop itself. And as long as I don't break that block, it won't update again, so... Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, I broke this slime block, so... Yeah, but you get the idea. It's pretty easy to make them. I'm still inexperienced with using them, but... Yeah, the idea is there. How'd you... It's fine, I know how to deal with this. Luckily, I don't have thorns on anything, so he will live. Go, my boy. There we go. Isn't he cool? Like, he's so cool. Oh. Yeah, but you kind of get the idea. We're gonna have, like, a sugarcane farm, and we'll have a flying machine that, you know, like, flies across it. You get the idea. I think if I put one here, it'll start, yeah. So we'll also have like slime blocks connected to it. So this is how you make it collect more. I didn't like that. I think it's because I need to do the other slime block. So how wide can I make it? So it has 4 extra blocks on each side. So it's a full like 10 wide. So I think if I add one on this side and one more on this side, it might stop. Okay, nice. So that's how wide I can make it. I'm pretty sure I might be able to make it one more wide, but you get the idea. Like, we can make this massive thing. It'll go across, break sugarcane. Oh, that's cool. I think it'll stop. Yeah, there it goes. It automatically stops because it'll obviously reach the end. Ooh. Ooh, now it's stuck to the wall. That's an interesting issue to deal with. I should be able to fix it by just breaking this stuff. Well, I want it... Oh, okay. I guess this is a way to fix it. Because basically the issue I'm having now is I want to start it, but I don't want a slime block there. Actually, I guess it's fine if I have it there. How much do I have on each side? 5 on each side? Okay. There we go. So now it's going to go all the way back. So this is the idea for how we're going to make a collection system for our sugarcane farm. You know, it's not super complicated, but hopefully it should be enough to work well. Yeah, you can... I guess I could break all of my torches this way too. That's actually kind of funny. There we go. I guess I forced it to stop, but I guess I could have broken all of my torches that way. But you get the idea of how I want to use the flying machine. Obviously, like I said, haven't quite figured it all out yet. But with that idea in mind, I should be able to do stuff. Now, I want to show you something cooler. It's a flying machine that also has a TNT duper attached to it. So you can see from this, you know, line of destruction that I have here, just how well it's been working. Because I originally had a TNT duper just sit right up here, but I want to make it high enough so the TNT doesn't blow itself up. So I want it to go left and right. So I'm gonna do this first. Then we're gonna go boom, boom, and then we can go ahead and actually do the rest of the thing. That's another TNT duper. That should be the start of it. So it's going to be boom, 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 boom. I think it's supposed to be one higher, actually. Yeah, it's supposed to be one higher. I messed up a little bit here, but, you know, we're on the right track. Now it should basically be complete. All I have to do is activate this one. And boom, look. We have a flying machine that sets off TNT. And it's kind of loud, so I'm going to come out just a bit. But, like, you can obviously see, like, this is a pathway I've already cleared by it. Like, and look how far it can go. Like, it just keeps on going. And this, I just let it run by itself for a while, and then before turning it off. So it can destroy, like, a lot of area. So this is basically how I'm hoping to open up that big ravine near our base. We're going to have this. And yeah, you can kind of recognize this is the same creative world that we have, like, tested most of our redstone on. If you haven't seen it before, one of my first live streams, this is like the second live stream, is our Teletubby that we built on live stream. But then I also have our graveyard. This is technically all of the worlds, including the one we're on right now. So this is like all of them. Honestly, I don't really count most of them except for this world where we actually did really well. This is the only world that we got really... Oh, I forgot I'm in creative. Only world that we actually did well in besides the one we're in right now. And then, out of kind of sadness, I did this world, which I died in pretty quickly, but then we started doing good. Just as, like, a lore thing. It's kind of funny, I've been using this world as, like, a history book for the hardcore worlds. So I also have this little egg hut right here. So this is all the times we've beaten the Ender Dragon. This is the 500er cry. So these are, like, just me beating it, like just speed running it, but this is like our hardcore runs. So we actually beat it in the 233 day one, which I don't know why I don't have it in here, but we did. Yeah, this is the graveyard of hardcore files. Yeah, but just in that little time, you see how far it got and how much like space it cleared. So this is basically how we're gonna be. Oh, and I can actually write in it too. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty simple. And realistically, all I'm gonna need to actually build this in my hardcore file is 1 TNT. That's what's amazing about it. It's that I'm not gonna have to AFK at my gunpowder farm for like weeks at a time. So theoretically, we could start it today. The only reason why we probably won't actually use it for the ravine is because, look, it's a straight line. I don't really have a good use for that. If the ravine's going to be a big circle, this straight line is not going to be helpful. You know? So it's cool and all, and actually in a second you'll be able to see how quickly you can actually clear out that area. Yeah, but basically what we're probably going to end up doing is making a bunch of what's on the front end of it. A bunch of the static TNT dupers. But yeah, as you can see, it just blows up the area. It's really good at destroying this like style right here, because in a real world where it's a bunch more below this, we're gonna encounter. Why is there a bee out here? Are you lost, buddy? Anyways, in a real world, we're gonna basically have to make it go back and forth if we were to try and clear out something the same size. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop it, which I should be able to do by putting something on one of these. There we go. We stop it. And I guess I could send it back. Oh no, it actually broke itself. That's nice. Yeah. But we can send it back. The only issue is, like I mentioned, I couldn't make it reversible just yet. So obviously this won't take the TNT duper with it. So I can get it to go back on its own. Oh, actually it kind of did. Maybe I could make this work. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh my gosh. And then it immediately broke itself again because I broke that block. That's wonderful. Alright, so to make it go back, this should be the first one I activate. Okay, so it doesn't explode on the way back, but I did make it to where it can return with the TNT duper, which is a good thing. All I have to do to actually stop it is go all the way back this direction and then place something in its path that it can't push forward, like obsidian. And that should be able to stop it once we get back, but we just gotta make sure it hits it. But yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of testing in this world. Some of it's just kind of messing around, but a good amount of testing in this world. Actually, to your right there, that was me testing how to use a TNT duper to make a cobblestone generator. I'm gonna build up an obsidian wall just so it stops, so that the next time I'm in this world, I'm not like wondering why it's a little laggy, and it's because a flying machine's just out here doing whatever it wants. That should be good enough. I don't really know exactly its height anymore because I flew away from it, but as long as it hits that, it should be fine. But yeah, as you can see, this is the TNT duper by itself. There's not actually that much to it, so I can actually go ahead and fix this one and restart it. The reason why it gets messed up is because if I put a TNT right here, it automatically disappears instead of duping. So I made it go pretty slow on this one. because it makes it to where it can actually, like, the cobblestone generator can actually keep up, is the main reason why. Pretty sure these are the generators. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so you get the idea. Basically, this was my first. This is like I haven't seen any videos on how to actually make cobblestone generators that like are automatically built by. Oh, it broke. And the thing is, because this is basically my own design, it's not perfect, so it can break. But yeah, I have cobblestone generators technically on all three sides pushing it forward. And it's actually surprisingly fast considering it's my own design and it sucks. But yeah, this is one of the things I was talking about. I'm tempted to try and make TNT farms as well, because with TNT farms you can make automated stone generators. You can make an automated like concrete farm that would turn your concrete powder into concrete blocks and then blow them up and give it to you. You can make wood farms. You can make obviously, you know, normal farms. But yeah, this is a world where I have a lot of redstone stuff. So this includes our bunker, or our storage system. This was the first idea, to have them go separately, but that's, you know, requires 2 redstone towers, redstone torch towers, and I'd have to sync them up, which was kind of hard to do. As you could see, I couldn't get them to sync up correctly. So the best way I saw it was to actually just make it go in a circle, which is why it's like that. And this is also my storage system idea in the future. This is an automated sorting system, so it'll sort out this whole thing. And this is actually the same method I use in the gold farm. This is specifically, the only issue is with this, it's not fast enough and it can't keep up with the demand, because the gold farm has to throw away so many rotten flesh that it can't keep up. So I'm gonna have to make a newer version of that. Yeah. This is me figuring out how to use a T-switch in the, yeah. Me figuring it out. Because my main issue was I couldn't figure out how to use, like, turn a pulse, like a redstone pulse, into a constant signal, which is what I thought I was doing. But it kind of still is. But yeah. This is a world. I was kind of talking because I was hoping the flying machine would catch up, but I think it might have like been far enough back to where it unloaded correctly. No, it's still moving. Just slow. No, it's not. That's hilarious. Yeah, it broke itself whenever I got out of the Oh, no, it broke itself because of the detector rail. That's actually really funny. Okay, coolio. Now it'll go all the way back, but we don't need to worry about that. Let's get back to our hardcore world. But yeah, that's the cool stuff I'm talking about. Like, I'm slowly figuring out redstone so we can actually do cooler things. And we can use those TNT dupers, even if we can't make them fly in a circle. We can use them to, at the very least, help clear out this space. So basically my plan is, because bedrock is, dang, how high are we? Oh, that's why. My plan is to basically, we're gonna be digging from bedrock to like level Y, like 15, which is like almost all the way up there, I think. So we're gonna be opening up this big space all the way across the bottom so we can get all the diamonds and the resources out of it. And then we'll have TNT dupers going across the top to break all the way down here to kind of like make the ravine. Yeah, that's basically the plan for it. Just to kind of like explain it a little more. Yeah. But I guess what I'm gonna do for the rest, or at least part of it, is just probably extend what we have down here. You know, like finish clearing out some of this stone. First, I gotta go back up here, clear out my pockets. All right. How'd you get up here? You're not supposed to be able to spawn up here. Ugh. That's the one irritating part about being in a slime chunk. Like, things that aren't supposed to happen. So, because I also have a nether portal down there, slimes down there will jump through the nether portal and then jump back through and pop up here. So, yeah, it's just, eh. Yeah. That's kind of a cool one. Dropped his helmet, that's funny. I do like how whenever you actually get something out of them, they, you can see them take it off beforehand. So as he was falling, he didn't have a helmet. Also, because of all this wood farming, I have like a couple more apples, I think. I might be thinking about the server, but I wouldn't be surprised if I have a good amount of apples. But we can actually, I don't know. I don't know why I haven't yet, but we can actually throw gold on those since we have so much gold. Almost all of this is from the piglin, or the pig farm, not from like mining. Whoop. It's just good practice to keep large quantities of gold and food on you. You know, just I can munch on these a little bit, get some absorption resistance and a couple extra hearts. So even though we ate our enchanted golden apple to get our balanced diet, which is in husbandry, it's not too bad. I am kind of sad we still haven't gotten all the cats, but we are getting closer. Yeah. Oh, I actually just started a series. I haven't uploaded it yet, but I started recording it. That's the cool thing. But it's how to play Minecraft. So obviously they're like almost every Minecraft YouTuber has a how to play series. Mine is going to be a little more structured around the advancements. I actually haven't watched too many how to play series because I know how to play Minecraft. But it's going to be strictly based around the advancements. So, you know, like, I'll have a video probably dedicated to, like, I'll probably make a video or two for each one of these tabs, if not multiple, because I know some of these are, like, harder than others. Like, to explain the process on how to get stuff like Furious Cocktail or, you know, like explore all nether biomes, I might have a separate video for like each one of these. But yeah, basically I'm hoping to make a series. It might be up to like 20 videos on how to play Minecraft and get all the advancements basically. And as you can see, like I actually haven't gotten all the advancements in this world yet. Like I theoretically right now could get post-mortal, but I kind of don't want to. What haven't I killed yet? Elder Guardian. I don't think I've fought a Guardian, so I guess those two. I haven't killed an Endermite. What else haven't I killed? I guess I haven't killed a parrot yet, but that's the hostile. That's not a hostile mob. That's kind of weird. I thought I'd killed more. But yeah, as you can see, I haven't gotten everything, but Yeah, in the near future, you should see the first episode come out, which is going to be over how to get, like, honestly, I could make one full episode and it just covers literally all of this, but I thought I would separate it to make it a little bit more simpler, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, we're just gonna, like, the first episode I think covers all the way up to, it basically covers these achievements. Like, basically, actually more like these. So it covers quite a bit. And then the next one after that would probably cover these. Or more like these, because it's kind of weird because the advancements are separated into different tabs. But, like, in order to do certain of these advancements, like, in order to get Zombie Doctor, I almost definitely have to at least find a fortress, which would seep into the nether. So, like, I can't make videos where it's like I completely ignore one section of it. So I'm still figuring out exactly how to do it, but yeah, I'm hoping to make like a good handful of videos on how to actually do the whole thing. And then I might make a couple more videos on how to do certain things that, like, you might not have known, because you can beat Minecraft and not do certain things. I mean, one thing I learned just recently is, you know, evokers, like the guys that come during raids, apparently they will re-dye sheep as like a joke put in by the developers. Not that that's going to be important for literally anything, but it is something to keep in mind because it would be kind of funny to know. But yeah, there's like just a good handful of things you could know. Like the iron golem farm I have out here, you could do the entirety of Minecraft. Like, you could play it for years and not have to know how to make an iron golem farm. Like, I didn't figure out how to make an iron golem farm until recently. Even though they're pretty simple. Do you like how I gave him diamond armor, though? Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I don't like the fact that iron golems are spawning. It's because I think it might slow down that farm. If, actually, let me 1v1 this guy real quick. Hey, buddy. I can tank a good amount of hits from him. I didn't realize I would tank that much. I was honestly kind of worried. I considered pulling out my shield, but I was like, no, I'd rather have the Totem of Undying. I think that's the first time I've ever actually, like, 1v1'd an Iron Golem. Obviously, he was already on low health, but still. I can't say I've ever actually beaten one with a sword before. Yeah, but that's kind of just, I don't know, just kind of me talking about future plans. Really, the only reason why I'm excited about it is because, one, I haven't recorded videos in forever because I hate editing. So I've been like avoiding recording videos because I don't like to edit. But in reality, like, I want to get better at editing, so I wanted to record videos. That's the reason why I'm happy that I did. Anyways, let's get on to task, since, like, 30 minutes ago I said I would actually start mining. We need to do that. First thing I need, Spork, come here. Hello, Spork, good to see you, and everyone else. He will be assisting. Oh, and I need the beacon back. I'll leave the iron there for now, just because it doesn't matter. You know, I have so much iron that I can leave beacon, like the mounts, I guess would be the best way to describe them, sitting around, but... Ow. Oh, I have emeralds on me. know you have a good shovel where it literally lags the game if you go too fast with it. That's the cool part about having haste. With efficiency 5, you can just destroy blocks. I remember when I was streaming more often, I used to come down and mine in here every day. It would literally be like every stream, no matter what the stream was about. Like the stream could be about farming, I would end up in here just opening up more areas. That's the reason why I have such a large area over there. Like the area over here, like this is where my first beacon was put, and that's how I opened up this area. There used to be another beacon over here, which is why I have, like, this is right where it was actually. That's why I have two, like, it's the equivalent of having two beacon, like, lengths. So I cleared out this whole area with beacon power. Oh, I just saw a creeper. That is the definition of an assassin waiting for the right time. Yeah. Acts like I didn't see you, lol. That's one of the things I really like about being OP in Minecraft, because like once you get set up in Minecraft, it can almost feel like you're in creative mode sometimes. Because I guarantee I could build better things in survival than I can in creative. Because with creative, you don't quite have like the same, I guess, like state of mind almost, or way of approaching things. In survival, like you think about like how functional things will be, and because of that, builds honestly look better. Because what you're doing like is more useful. Yeah. I guess the only irritating part about mining with haste 2 and efficiency 5 is anytime you run into ore, even if it's like ore you want, it's like, why do I have to slow down so much? Like this redstone just gets in the way, honestly. It was kind of funny, I forgot that I had a redstone shulker box that was like full of like stacks of blocks of redstone. So the other day I wanted to do work with some redstone in here, and I came down to my mining area and found redstone ore, and I mined a bunch with my fortune pickaxe, and then I remembered I had the shulker box for redstone, and I pulled it out and I was like, oh, I already have stacks of blocks of redstone, but whatever. I should also mention, I prefer to mine around with Silk Touch, because with Silk Touch, it means no matter what, I can basically go back and fortune it. So, you know, it's better. Like, the only downside is I don't have any cobblestone on hand. Like, I very rarely will have large amounts of cobblestone on hand to deal with. Which, I mean, you know, you need cobblestone to make... Is that slime just going up to my base? I'll deal with him in a second. Yeah. And obviously I have these separate chests for certain things. So I have chests separately made just for clean stone, because I obviously pick up so much of it. And yeah, as you can see, like, the things I pick up besides clean stone are basically, like, you know, granite, andesite, diorite, all the ores, dirt, anything like that is collected into separate chests. So that I have an equal amount of chests for clean stone as I do for everything else. But clean stone still, like, far outweighs it for kind of obvious reasons. I just want to see if he made it all the way up. Okay, he didn't. At some point, I do like the idea of opening up a massive, like, tube that goes all the way up. You know, so I can fly straight out of my mine. But honestly, we might just make a pathway that goes into the ravine, so we can fly straight out of the ravine. That might make a little more sense. Right. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. It's pretty funny because I remember like the amount of streams I've had where they're literally titled just digging or like mining time is kind of funny. And what's even better is I have a stream that's titled just digging, and it actually has like it's like considered one of my most viewed streams. And I'm literally just digging the entire time. I don't know if it was like just a good time, like where most of the people who normally watch like got the chance to get on and like watch the stream, but like it literally has some of my most views. And it's just titled just digging, and all I did was sit around in my mine and like open up more of the bunker. It's actually really funny because I mean, I guess I could do it. I could show you the old bunker in the other world that I mentioned before. The world where we made it to like just past 200 days, which is considered like my second longest world now. Is we made a bunker in that world, but it's like tiny compared to this one. Like it's honestly hilarious to look at compared to this one. But the thing is, it's because I did it without a beacon, so it felt like it was massive at the time. And I was opening it up for the purpose of getting like farms and putting them inside of it. But it looks really funny, so I think I might as well show you. Honestly, I think I'm kind of glad that that wasn't the world that ended up being the one that lasted the longest. Because, like, I think it's a good thing to have, like, a world that's, like, your second longest. Because then you can go between the world that you're currently on and the world that you did okay in and go, look at the big difference here, though. Okay, once I get all this stored, then I'll go ahead and pull it up just to kind of show off the difference between the bunker I have now versus the bunker I had in the old world. Because it honestly is like a really funny difference to see. Because again, like, I'm actually pretty sure that the stream that I had that was called Just Digging, I think I've had one for both of these worlds now. The one that did the best, I think, is in the older world, and I think it was for that bunker. I'm not really sure, though. That's a really bad stutter. Sometimes I trip over my words. It's not too bad, though. Alright. I've had a lot of moments like that, where like I stutter over my words. It's not bad enough to where like it's frequent, but I should make like a compilation of them because they are pretty funny. All right, so let me find it real quick. I think it might be this world, but I'm not sure. I think it might be this world. Let me load it up just to see. Yeah, this is, look at the difference I'm talking about. This is the bunker in this world. It's one lower, so it produced like a lot less diamonds, and this is how many chests can store almost all of the stuff that came from it. Obviously, like a good amount of iron. This world didn't have an iron golem farm, so it was still pretty nice. But look at this. the difference between the bunker here and the bunker in my other world is massive. I will say I kind of like this world a lot, because this is like one of the first times I actually did like redstone, like to customize stuff. Normally, like the only redstone builds I have is like for random stuff, but look at that. We actually had like some pretty cool stuff onto this world. I'm gonna sleep just to make it daytime. Yeah. This is like one of the saddest worlds I've ever, like, I was the saddest when I had like lost this world, because like I actually was pretty happy with it. So fun fact, if you couldn't already tell, this river is man-made that encircles it. This part's real, but then I made this part happen. Some of their, like, there was already ponds in here. Like, this is a cave that I just filled in with water. But yeah, like, this world was really cool because, one, it was in a plains biome, so it was easier to open up. Our only form of XP, like the only way we got XP, was from a zombie spawner that's way over here. Like, and it's really funny because I would go back and forth between here and the zombie spawner that I'm still flying to in creative. See that little house? This house is our zombie spawner. I'm pretty sure this is actually close to where we originally spawned in too, because I almost died the first night hiding in here. So like our base wasn't even built around spawn chunks, which is funny. But this is like the zombie spawner I had. Like it was just like, this world was so weird in so many different aspects, because like there were just certain things that like you wouldn't normally see in someone else's hardcore world. But like mine, I just had it like that, and like it kind of worked. I was happy with it. But this is my zombie spawner. It's kind of weird to see it again, but oh, it was a skeleton spawner. That's right, skeleton spawner. But yeah, like I used it so much, and it's literally in a mine shaft. This is like I spawned, found a cave, and I ended up inside the mine shaft. Almost died. So that's the reason why there's so much like fencing everywhere. But then I obviously, is this the, I know for a fact I made a tunnel at some point. They went straight towards it. Or at least I thought I did. I know that was a plan at one point in time. But yeah, like, it was really funny because I used to run back and forth between it, or use a boat, actually, was a lot of it. And then once I got an elytra, it was just flying back and forth. But the amount of times I would go back and forth between that was hilarious. And look how, like, there's two big differences about my current world and this world. My bunker in this world is tiny. My drowned farm, I think, is actually bigger than the one in the current world, though. So this is a bigger drowned farm than the one in the current world. But look how wide the river biome is in this world. Like, this is actually pretty accurately built to the size. And this actually ended up getting me like 2 or 3 different tridents, which I was happy with, because in the other world, I still haven't gotten a trident. But this is such a cool world. I am like still kind of sad that I don't get to play in it. But I had a man-made village. So I cured the first couple, and then I breeded for the other ones. I did one raid, and the way I kept the pillagers out is I had a wooden door here, and then I had a metal door here. But pillagers can open up wooden doors, so. But yeah, I've done a raid or 2 here. And it's actually kind of funny, the way I died, yeah, you can see all the banners. The way I died was during a stream called River Extension. And it's because I expanded the river, and then I started building these bridges. So I built a bridge over here, built a bridge over here, and a creeper came up behind me while I was building this section right here, and blew me up and killed me. So I died right here. And it was so sad because I was really happy with this world. Like, the whole point of this world was to kind of mock my other attempts at hardcore. Because, one, I wanted my house to look as trashy as possible. And what's funny is, even though I tried to make it as janky as possible, I actually kind of like the way it came out. Because this isn't even one type of leaf block. I'm pretty sure I have birch leaves mixed in, yeah, mixed in with oak leaves and stuff like that. There's just a whole tree right there. But yeah. And then obviously, like, I did do some redstone, which I was pretty happy with. But like, in terms of like what I actually had, can't say I had too much. For some reason, I don't know why I was doing it, but I was keeping notes from different people. This is a recipe on how to make key lime pie, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, I had so many books. Oh my gosh. How did I get so many books? Oh, that's right. I took them from the I took them from the end. Yeah, so as you can see, did a couple raids. Sadly, they weren't in my offhand, but this is my stuff from that world. Yeah. This world was so cool. And again, I didn't have an iron golem farm, so all the iron you're seeing is from a mine. Why is there a trading villager here? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Here's our dog Coco. Loco Coco. So yeah, day 103, and this world's obviously 230. So he'd been there for 100 days. Another one of my surprisingly good streams was titled The Brewery, and I made this. That's the whole point of the stream. I just made this little thing here. The whole point of the stream was to start brewing potions. So I made a little potion stand, like, outdoors. An outdoors potion stand. I think I expanded or made a better farm, which is this. The reason why this is here is to keep mobs from spawning, because that was the only block that wasn't covered. So I put a trapdoor there to keep mobs from spawning. And obviously during the day they don't really grow, but during the nighttime they do, so. But yeah, like, this world was really cool for a bunch of different reasons, but it's also, like, looking back on it, I'm like, wow, I didn't really get a chance to do much. Actually, let me see what my nether looks like in this world. Oh my gosh, I remember I hated this world for the nether. Because it was the same situation as the current world we're in, where I had to travel, like, look at this. I had to travel so far, and because I was being so careful, I had, like, these railings. So I can actually, like, even though it's been so long, I'm pretty sure I could find my way to the, fortress. Yeah. Like, look how hilarious that is. That's how, like, and it took me forever to actually find it. And then I think I made a route. Like, there's a couple different ways to get there from my portal, but you kind of get the idea. Like, this world was just so weird. Yeah, I remember running back and forth in the nether, like, always getting lost because of my trails. Because there was a couple different pathways. But yeah, this was such a cool world. Because I actually got to do the new nether biomes and stuff like that. Because, like, I know the nether update came a little before I actually got to this world. I kind of want to find my pathway back, though. There it is. There it is. But yeah, like I mentioned, this was a little after the nether update that I actually had this world. I don't really know by how much, though. Yeah, I remember having to run back to the portal and, like, getting stuck on the soul sand a lot. But this world was a lot of fun. It is kind of funny, though, because I don't have... Like, there's just, like, I don't know, there's just something different about the level of this world compared to the current world I'm on. Because realistically, the amount of work I would have to do to get to the same level I am here isn't crazy different, but, like, you know, that world, I didn't have netherite yet. I didn't have beacons yet, I hadn't beaten the wither, and it's just kind of funny to look at, I guess, is the point I'm making. In this world, like, the nether fortress I go to was also hard to find. But now that I have an elytra, like there's one that I can find super easily because it's like directly across the lava pool from my nether portal. And they also, like, I have broken above the roof in this world in the nether. So I have a gold farm above the nether fortress, or above the bedrock in the nether. Like, there's just certain things I've been able to do in this world that I wasn't in the last one. So, again, the reason why I have that wooden hut over here was another joke at my last hardcore worlds. It's because a while back there was one hardcore world where I spent like so much time getting resources and making a really big house. It didn't even look good. It was just really big. That I was really angry about how much time I spent designing and like making a house. So I made that house in the last world like look like trash. And then this world, I was like, you know what? We're not even gonna focus on the house at all. So I made this, and this is what we lived in for the first half of this world so far, because we didn't start making a bigger base until day 400. 400 or 500 is when we actually got into this base. So that was kind of like one of the funny like things I've done with it, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. There's still a bunch of different things I want to do because I want to make a bigger creeper farm. Because I mean, I think I've mentioned it before, but one of my ideas for the creeper farm was to make 3 more of these little columns, and then decorate each one of the columns to be like the feet of like a creeper. Because obviously creepers have like their little 4 feet, so each one of these would be like a foot of them. But I don't know how realistic that would be, and like whether or not it would actually fit in with this. Oh no, I was happy with this farm at first. It does produce kind of slowly, especially when like for some reason when I AFK this farm, it's actually even slower. And I think it's because I haven't really lit up the area that much, or filled in caves underneath it. But yeah, but like I mentioned, this world's just like, it's on a different level. It's kind of hard to explain the big differences between it because like obviously, you know, I have farms that I don't have in that world. You know, I have a piglin or a zombie piglin farm. I have an iron golem farm. I have a better villager center. I have a you know, a place where I can do raids for, you know, more totems of undying. I have a creeper farm, but like it's just still kind of hard to explain the difference. I think what I'm kind of waiting for before I can say this is like a really, really good world is once I get the big ravine around it. Because that's something that no matter what, like, you know, like this bunker down here is cool to look at. You know, it's cool to be like, yeah, this is pretty cool. It's pretty big. That's pretty crazy. You have a tree farm inside, you know, your bunker underground. But once I get something like the ravine set up, it stops being just like oh yeah, that's kind of cool. And it turns into, that's like legitimately impressive. Because at that point, it would look cool as well as also like, you know, just being cool. Like this looks cool. It's kind of cool. But like, a big ravine that encircles your entire base would be like very cool. Also, did that gravel just fall out of the diorite? It's hilarious. Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of one of my hopes with the hardcore world. Just, you know, making more progress. I'm kind of excited. I mean, if you haven't already heard the Caves and Cliffs update, it was split in half, more or less in half. I honestly don't know if you could say it was in half, but they're postponing part of it because the big part that they're postponing is the world generation section of it. So if you didn't already know, the Caves and Cliffs update was going to change a bunch of stuff. it was gonna add mobs, like, you know, like basically, I don't know what they actually call it, but it's like a salamander, the warden, the glow squid, goats, stuff like that. They were gonna add a bunch of those mobs. They were adding new types of caves that were forming. They were adding, you know, these massive mountains. They would like have powdered snow on them, stuff like that. They would have like these cool drip leaves that would appear in lush caves. So you like they were adding a bunch of really cool stuff. And the issue they ran into is to accommodate for the massive caves and the huge underground systems and the massive cliffs they wanted to make. Obviously, you know, in the caves and cliffs update, they said, let's make the world height limit and where the bedrock spawn different. So their plan was to make the bedrock spawn like lower. So you'd have like negative Y's now. So instead of it being -0, or like instead of it being Y0 where bedrock is, they made it to where like it would literally go into the negatives. Which I thought was pretty cool. And what one of my worries was that like the worlds like would be kind of like weirdly compatible, because I think I was watching Philza the other day and he put it the best way possible, which is Mojang, their main focus is to make their newer updates compatible with older updates. So that like your world that you started a year ago or something like that doesn't get completely erased, or you like can't play it anymore if you want to play the new update. So the reason why they're postponing it is because they're trying to figure out a good way to actually basically generate the world into an older world. So right now, if I had access to the Caves and Cliffs update, basically what they're trying to figure out is how would they actually update it? Would they change where the bedrock is everywhere? Like right now, if I dig down, you know, 11 blocks, I'll hit bedrock. And that basically in the Caves and Cliffs update, that wouldn't be true because it would be negative. So basically, they're trying to figure out ways to make it actually work. So they split it in half. It's the point I was getting to. So the Caves and Cliffs part of it, where you know you get these massive cliffs and the massive caves, is coming later. But most of the mobs and almost all the blocks should be accessible in the summer update. So during the summer is when we're gonna have all the new mobs, all the new like blocks and items like copper, you know, that stuff. That is the type of stuff that we're gonna be getting later on, which is kind of cool, you know. Because, I mean, I was kind of surprised when they first said, yeah, we're going to have an update coming out in the summer that's going to change. Like, I was like, okay, cool, we're getting an update in the summer. And then when I found out what it actually was, I was kind of surprised by when it was coming. And, I mean, I was kind of worried about the idea that Mojang wouldn't be able to get it to work. But, I mean, at the same time, like, they don't want to have to tell, like, you know, the hundreds of thousands of, like, even millions of people that play Minecraft, oh no, you can't play in that world anymore, you have to make a new one. Or oh, no, you can't play this update if you want to keep that world. So I think that's kind of what thought was cool, I guess. I gotta check my phone real quick. Oh, all right. All right. Oh, did I I know I started saying, one of my big problems that I have is I start saying things and then I get distracted, so I don't get to the main point, like I mentioned. But I know I mentioned my flavored drinks earlier. The reason why I have flavored drinks is because when I'm fasting, anything that changes my caloric intake, like for example, if I drink, you know, any type of soda like Coke or something like that, that has, you know, sugar, it has, you know, some sort of calorie count with it. If I drink that, it changes how my body reacts to fasting. So the best way to keep myself on track with fasting is to not drink anything that has calories. So basically means water. But obviously I don't want to always drink water. So recently, and I honestly, I don't really need it, because I'd actually been pretty good about not drinking like sodas and stuff while fasting. But recently I was like, why don't I just get some anyways? So I went to Walmart the other day, and I bought a handful of different flavors. So now I have a bunch of different like flavors for waters. So I got like strawberry watermelon and orange blast and grape and lemonade. I don't know why, but they all have... I could find the sizes that were bigger. Like, I could find these sizes. But then grape, for some reason, like, got, like, left out of the loop, and they only made the smaller sizes. So all the other ones are like this. So I had to buy 2 of the grapes, but not a big deal. But yeah, just to get back to that, because I know I mentioned it, and then I stopped talking about it. I don't think I got to the point. But yeah, that's why I have different flavors. It's kind of weird because the grape does like feel different, and yeah, I'm looking for where I accidentally cut the water bottles. Perfect. Alright, back to gaming. Yeah. It's not bad. It's just kind of weird. The whole fasting thing. Also, I just kind of realized, so in Warzone and like, you know, COD in general, there's something called slide canceling. You make yourself go faster and harder to hit by slide canceling. And basically what you do is you run, you slide, and you keep running, slide, keep running, slide. Basically, it's just you going into your tactical sprint and slide back and forth. Keeps you really hard to hit, and I think you go a little bit faster when you do it. In Minecraft, you don't really have that, but you do have your elytra running. So this doesn't make you much faster, but like it definitely makes you harder to hit. And you technically cover, like, I think a little bit more area. But it's, like, kind of, like, just as infuriating to actually see. Ooh. Ooh.
Now it's just like, man, you gotta have that time where you just, like, disconnect from this scene, just the race. And it's a race that I've created in my head.
I am kind of happy that I made our tree farm like this, a specific height, because if I made it any taller, I would get the weird oak trees, which I don't like. Yeah. Let's see if I can shoot underneath him. Nope. Is there one up there? Just out of pure curiosity. Hello. one of the more dangerous things to do. Fly into a cave where I don't know what's inside of it when I don't have my full netherite on. It is kind of funny the trade-off you have with Minecraft. So the thing is, when you have your netherite chestplate on and you have your full netherite and it's all enchanted, you're pretty beefy and really hard to kill. When you have your elytra on and most of your netherite on, you're still pretty beefy, but obviously not as beefy as you could be. So you sacrifice a little bit of that like beefiness and that a little bit of like, you know, killability, I guess. But you gain a huge amount of mobility and you're much like, it's much easier to like get out of a bad situation. So the trade-off is basically either, you know, sacrificing a little bit of your beefiness, a little bit of your actual armor for the ability to move better. Meaning if you are in a bad situation, you can get out of there, but you could also get killed quicker at the same time. But if you have your netherite chestplate on, you're stuck in that situation, and it's going to be a lot harder for you to get away, but at the very least, you'll survive longer. So, I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. I think, so the reason why I mentioned that is because, realistically, nothing's going to kill you in, like, 1 or 2 shots right now. Right now, at least. When they add the warden, I think that's going to be really the only threat to people that are, like, kitted out, like, with netherite. So, personally, I think I would go elytra on over chestplate on, dealing with the warden. Because the warden hears you by sound. And the warden's pretty fast, so obviously, if I'm walking around like this, he won't notice anything, but if I, like, accidentally place a block or whatever, and he hears that and he starts running towards me, I can fly away from him. Because remember, the caves are also going to be a lot bigger. Even in the deep dark, their caves are still pretty big. Which is where the warden would be spawning. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a thought. I am really excited for the cave update, though. When they do eventually get that, like, new generate, like, new world generation, like, I guess it will be kind of sad, though, because it's gonna be, like, I don't have as much of a reason to dig right now. Like, my reason to mine right now is to kind of just open up area and get more diamonds for cloud, I guess. Because right now I don't need to open up this area, but I kind of want to add farms. If it was a new world with the 1.17 update, then I'd have a reason to mine. I would have a reason to see all the new stuff. But, I don't know. Just one of those things. I am kind of excited, though. Have you seen, like, if you have seen it, it's kind of cool. Something to be excited about. Mumbo Jumbo's, like, he made, a super creeper farm, or a charged creeper farm, where you can get, like, mob heads using the, lightning rods you can get, because the lightning rod, whenever it's struck by lightning, sends a redstone signal. So what he did was he set it up to where he connected a creeper farm, or what could be a creeper farm, to a tank that would put a charged creeper in it. And then he made it to where anytime the lightning rod was hit, it would drop the creeper after it was struck by lightning into a different tank, which would activate like a tripwire, which would ignite the creeper. Because if you use like flint and steel on a creeper, it will blow up no matter what. You can like purposely cause the creeper to fall off, like to explode. So he made it to where it automated and it would do that, but at the same time it would be pulling in mobs from a mob farm. So he made an automated farm, which would only work during lightning storms and stuff like that, but still an automated farm that would get you heads. like get you like, you know, mob heads, like creepers, skeletons, anything like that. Because if a mob gets killed by a charge creeper, you get the head for it. You really shouldn't leave it up like that. I was telling one of my friends because we were supposed to do something today, but he had work, so he couldn't make it. And he was feeling pretty bad about it. But I mentioned that like because of this, it's starting a tradition. You know, this is the second year for a live stream on my birthday. What's actually funny is last year when I did the live stream, which by the way, I don't understand how I was doing that. Like if you didn't know what I was doing like a year ago when it came to live streaming, what I was doing was like I need to start from the beginning to put this in the best way to do it. I would go to work. I worked at like a pizza place. I was making pizzas like for 6 to 7 hours at a time. And I would come home covered in flour. I'd change my shirt. Sometimes I wouldn't even change my shirt. I would just start a live stream. And like I worked like a night shift. And it wasn't like an overnight shift, but it was like the night shift. So I did like the end of the lunch rush into the dinner rush. So, you know, I would get home after cleaning off like my pizza station or whatever, and then I would live stream in my room, you know, where like my brother would probably be snoring in the background. And like it was just such a weird thing to do, because I would literally be streaming covered in flour sometimes, like probably looking grimy as hell because I just got off of work. And I would stream for like 4 or 5 hours until it's like 2 a.m. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I want to do. So last year on my birthday, I streamed for 2.5 hours after working on my birthday. So after making pizzas all afternoon, the day I turned 18, I went home and played Minecraft. Which I just, I loved the lifestyle that I lived last year, because I don't know why, but I was really good about live streaming regularly. Like I was live streaming really often during one period of time, and they were normally for like really long periods of time. Obviously there were horrible times a day though. Like the amount of times I'd be live streaming and it would be like 2 a.m. and I was just like, it's okay, I'll just fit in another hour and then I'll go to sleep. Was like just hilarious to think about. But okay, back onto something productive. What was I doing? I really should go through and just explain some of the stories behind like the different times I was live streaming though. I kind of want to do that. Okay, give me a second. We're gonna pull up my YouTube creator page real quick, just because I think it's worth it. It's okay, I'll fix that. Just all right. So, okay. Let me get back to a point where it was like a while ago, like before I got to college. I was in college for all of those streams. Where's the one right before I went to college? Am I at home for that one? Oh, there's the stream I was talking about. The stream where it's just me digging. August 2nd. That's like days before I went to college. Okay, let me get to the actual display capture. I don't have a hotkey for that one. But this is the stream. That's right before I went to college. That's like, I probably had work that day. I don't know what time that was, but... So, like, look at this. These are some of the streams. And also, notice the lengths of them. They're not, like, super long, but I also had streams where they were pretty long. So, like, yeah, like I said, that's the older world. This is when I was still playing Ark sometimes. There's the brewery. Look at what I'm talking about. For some reason, that stream just did well. For some reason. It just did. Like, it wasn't anything special. It was 3.5 hours of me making a tiny gazebo outside for a brewing stand, and it did well compared to, like, I don't know, any of the other streams where I was actually, like, I don't know, doing something cool. Like, I know I was playing Just Cause up here, and I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I just like some of these streams are really funny because like you can't really tell in the cam, like the webcam. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Look, Meteor Mining, April 17th, 2020. That was last year on this day. 52 views, and I did 2 hours and 46 minutes of me just mining after going to work. Also, notice how that's like the last stream before I got my webcam. So you can't see it, but I swear I was in a rusty, like crusty red, like Wings Pizza and Things shirt that was covered in flour, and I was sitting there like, it's Minecraft time, except I didn't even have a real mic. I had my headset. Where is it? I had my Logitech headset with a mic right here. And I was just sitting there after, like, going to work and streaming that night. I was just like, all right, guys, we're going to play Minecraft. I was on a different level then. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, like, look at that. I had... So, do you notice how it says April 19th, April 19th, April 19th? And it's 3 different streams, a 4-hour stream, a 4-hour stream, and then a 1-hour stream. That's one day, 3 streams. Admittedly, I don't think the just beginning stream was probably later at night. So I don't know if I can see the exact time it went up. I wish I could. I don't think I can though. But it was at nighttime, like you can actually see in the webcam that it was at nighttime. But yeah, I mean, that stream was early enough in the morning to where it was considered posted April 19th. So the next day when I did 2 different streams, it got counted as me doing 3 streams in one day. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, I had such a weird mentality. Because did you also notice that? Look, it goes April 17th, April 19th, 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 May 6th. After doing 3 streams in one day, I go like 2 weeks without doing anything. I don't even know if I was posting videos regularly at that time. Not that I was ever posting videos regularly. Oh my gosh. Wait, this is all the way back to 2019 because I don't post videos. That's right. Yeah, I posted 1 video in April. Like, the way I post videos is just abysmal because I don't have a schedule. And, like, also notice how, like, I go on these streaks of, like, back-to-back. So on November 6th, I posted 2 videos. I posted a video December 9th, December 10th. So like I was literally just like I basically produced videos in like sessions of like productivity when I was like, yeah, it's a good time to actually edit. But let's get back to Minecraft, because this is just funny to look at, but it's not something I'm proud of. This is why I wanted to make this series on how to actually play Minecraft. It's because it's something I can follow along easy enough to where, like, it shouldn't be bad. Alright, back to Minecraft. We're gonna be productive Minecrafters. Alright. I need to stop looking at my phone right now, but I'm getting messages. I'll appreciate that. My friends posted me on his story. Told people to subscribe. Alright, back to... Oh, that looks cool. Oh, okay, let's do something cool. Do you want to swim in lava? I have potions, so we can do it. It'll look cool, too. Like, we can do it in the nether. The amount of fire... This is why I fly up and down this. It's because running up and down it just looks funny. When you run up it, it's like, when will this staircase stop? So yeah, I have 8 fire resistance potions, and they're all 8 minutes long. So we can just pull those in. On the off chance that I get into trouble, I'm going to go ahead and... Why didn't I make my regeneration potions splash potions? I don't know why I didn't do that. I should have, but... I mean, the instant health need to be splash potions for them to be worth anything. We're going to do stupid things. That's why I'm grabbing potions. Or actually, I'm not going to call this stupid. Let's just say... Dang, what's a good excuse? Let's say we're scouting an area to make a nether farm, like any sort of nether farm. I don't know which kind. And what's amazing is, as long as I keep the glass bottles, they're technically like recyclable. So I have fire resistant potions, so I don't have to worry about that. You know, I can just be on fire and fly through this stuff. Oh no, I'm on fire. But here's the nether fortress I was talking about. And, I mean, it would be nice if I stopped being on fire, though, because it obstructs my view. But I'm pretty sure... Is this the blaze rod farm? Oh, whoops. There. Oh, it's this one. Okay, so this is the blaze spawner that I was camping at for so long. I tried, you know, lighting that one up, so at the very least, they wouldn't, like, slow down the production over here. I see a wither skeleton. I see 2. 3. Oh, and there's just a skeleton. Okay. Alright, so... Yeah, like I said, I camped out here for a while. And actually, if you didn't know, you can put a bucket of water in here, and you can put yourself out here. The only thing is you can only do it so many times. What'll happen is it'll slowly evaporate. But anyways, so what the type of area we're looking for is a crossroads. So no, come here. How did I miss that? That definitely should have hit him. There we go. So see this crossroads right here? Well, this has the biggest amount of area where a nether, like a wither skeleton could actually spawn. So we want to make a platform in this area. And the reason why I'm able to stare down these blazes and not care is because of the fire resistance potion. Let's just put these guys in their place. Ooh, don't hit a zombie piglin, though. That would create some problems. Might as well pick up the blaze rods, you know, just good for farming. Got another 6 minutes before I have to re-up on my fire resistance potion. Oh, and the only reason why I'm not jumping straight into lava is because you can still take fall damage in lava. So you don't want to jump straight into it, because it would create some problems. Not that I'm super worried about fall damage, considering I have feather falling, but... yeah, like, see this crossroads right here? It actually wouldn't be a bad one. You know, we would have to get rid of the blaze spawners, which isn't a big deal since there's other ones. The hard part, though, is I have to cover up all the spawnable areas within, like, 180 blocks. So all this area I would have to cover with, like, buttons or submerge it in lava to keep things from spawning. So all of this area and around it. So that's the reason why we want to scout out some more areas. I want to find the absolute best area to actually make this farm. So I don't waste, you know, anything on, like, I don't know. I don't want to waste my time making an area here when I could go and do it somewhere else easier. That's the reason why we're scouting out the nether right now. And sadly, that looks like the best crossroads that I've seen from this base, at least. Oh, ah. Woo. So, oh, we might as well actually. So the thing is, I do want to kill more withers, so we might as well fight with wither skeletons more. For the like literally just so that we have the possibility of getting more wither skeleton skulls. Because the more of those we get, the more like withers we can fight. And if we fight more withers, we can get more beacons. You know, it's simple as that. So that's just one more step to getting like basically invincible on my base. But yeah, we need crossroads. I'm not seeing any, and it's sad. So there's one here technically. It's a really short one, but it should still work. There's more lava underneath it, which means, you know, less stuff I have to cover. But the issue is I'm still gonna have to cover all this stuff in the fortresses, all that. So I'm thinking either this one or that one, but really not a big difference between the two. Either one would work technically. Or actually, there is crossroads over here. But these are like completely covered in stuff. So the reason why I want to avoid that is because the more land around it, the more I have to cover up. So honestly, that's the reason why the crossroads over here isn't too bad. It's because it's on top of lava, which automatically makes it easier to clear out. It's, you know, it's not too bad. I don't know. We'll have to assess our situations. Oh, it's coal. I thought I got a skull. So the thing is, even though I have fire resistance and I'm pretty beefy right now, the wither effect is pretty strong. So we want to avoid too much clashing, I guess. Dude, why do piglins kill withers so easily? That man just slapped them like twice. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll see you on Warzone later too, Jonas. It's okay, I might record it. It's funny because every time I play Warzone, I always consider like, oh, should I actually record it? But then I'm like, nah, because I don't want to edit it. That's kind of like the mindset I'm in right now. Alright, so let's keep flying around because I can't find my way back home right now. This gives me a better view of all the crossroads I could use, possibly. There's one right here. Okay, I want you to get off the edge so you don't fall. Yes! We got another Wither Skull. Hey, if I'm lucky and we get more, I would actually consider fighting the Wither this stream. Just to, you know, do some cool stuff on stream. There we go. If I had my Smite 5 sword, these guys would not pose any problems. I'll keep the coal, but we can throw this stuff out. But that blade, that Wither Skull, very useful. Oh, it's good. I didn't have any inventory space to pick up the sword. I did not want to, so that's a good thing. But yeah, these crossroads aren't bad. They're just kind of not quite ideal. Oh, it was loud because he was right next to me. I'm gonna have to re-up on my fire resistance if I intend on swimming. I do like how the fire resistance potions actually work in this game, though. They literally make you invincible to fire, which I think is hilarious. So you go from like being a very tender child to I can swim in lava with drinking a potion, which I think is awesome. Now that I flew out here, I can't find my way home. And I don't have fire resistance anymore, so... See, I'm okay with using my potions like this because... Oh. A broken nether portal. That's actually kind of cool. Not very valuable to me right now. Like, the crying obsidian is probably the most valuable part of it. Because, you know, got a gold farm. Everything else don't care about. I need to remember which way is home real quick. I don't think it's this way, but might as well grab this fungus right here. Just because these are actually useful. You know, they keep hoggling away. Oh, I guess I'll land here. Oh, we're actually running out of... Ew. I need to be more careful with my rockets if I plan on making it home. I could theoretically kill gas for gunpowder, but I would also need paper. So, you know. Is it this way? You know, I just want to find which direction my home is. Yeah, it's right here, okay. Yeah. But you get the idea, like... Back. Oh, what are you gonna do? You just saw your friend die. You really want to die too? Okay. So, like I mentioned, this isn't the only... That's not the only nether fortress I've been to. There's another one this way. If we go down this path. And this is, mind you, before I used the elytra, or before I had the elytra. That's the reason why there's a path. I didn't want to travel above ground. But yeah. I remember this path being horrible. I think this one takes me down to get to where I mine for netherite. Yeah. Ugh. Because I don't actually use these paths anymore, they're like kind of hard to follow. Oh, there it is. Past it. So my main reason for having these pathways is because hoglins were a serious threat to me. Lol. As you can see, they're not really a huge threat to me anymore. Yay! I don't know why it's not even attacking me, though. Well, no, it doesn't get the chance. Alrighty. But yeah, before I had the use of my elytra, I was basically running through this area blind. So it's actually kind of funny if you follow the cobblestone path, you can kind of find which way I was going. Ooh. Not a favorable position to be in. There was also a stream where I spent like a solid like hour or two just killing ghasts because I wanted to do a stream where I just killed the Ender Dragon over and over again, which was pretty fun. But I basically to do that stream I just spent like 2 hours like just killing gas the nether. Yeah. Just flexing, that's all. I technically don't even have to wear the armor, it's just that, because fire is still not my only threat here, it's probably best that I do. I'm pretty sure these guys can still hurt me, even though I'm fire resistant. Yeah, they can still hurt me quite a bit. Because what's cool is they also kind of can't be affected by knockback as much. Because like they're like supposed to absorb it, I guess. And because of that, that's why they're so dangerous. It's because they don't knock you back. They just can hit you. And they can hit you over and over again in one spot. Alrighty. Let's... I guess we should go back to the overworld. Because I don't really have too much else to do. Or wait, no. We got to... we have to mark out where the crossroads was. Ooh. Why do I have cobblestone here? Oh, okay, I can see my pathway there, so... You have a flame sword? That's kind of cool. Not that it helped you at all. Still had fire resistance, but still. Hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Little buddy? Oh, here it is. Okay. Ugh. Let's go find the crossroads real quick, because we're not being productive, and we're kind of wasting our potions. Not that they're very hard to get right now. Alright. Back to the Nether Fortress. We're going to mark down where they were. So this is the one I kind of want to use. Or actually... Okay, which one has... So the thing is, this one has land down there and stuff like that. And down here, which isn't too bad. I think this one, yeah, because that one has more, like, nether fortress around it that I would have to mark out, so let's go ahead and jot down the coordinates, even though I clearly know where I need to go to get here. I got my little notebook. Alright. So, the farm isn't actually super hard to make. The hardest thing to get, though, is the wither roses, which is actually something I forgot to mention. To get the wither roses, we're gonna have to summon a wither. So, to basically make the wither skeleton farm, we have to farm wither skeletons, is what I'm saying. So we're not going to do that this stream because it's going to take a while. And I prefer not to do it right now. Oh. Oh no, fire. So scared. I still have 5 potions left. Alright, but we are going to go back to the overworld real quick. Oh, I didn't want to waste a rocket. Whatever. Okay. Now that we've actually done productive things and scouted out where we want to go in the nether, we're back in the overworld. And since I used so many potions, we might as well make a couple new fire resistance potions. I'm going to cry. Hello. Okay. That's your sister's account? That's pretty funny. Oh, hi, Ashley. Thank you. It's just the name. Lol. You're not gonna cry? Okay, that's good. Now that you've reassured me, I feel much better. Thank you. Alright. Alright, we got the fire resistance. We throw glowed redstone to make it last longer. Perfect. And we'll get all those fire resistance potions back that we just used because we ended up using 3 of them. Picked up Crimson Root. That's kind of cool. Where can I put it, though? I don't want to put it down here, so... Yeah. I just finished showing off the nether, or the area in my net, close to my nether, because I was just kind of running around. Also, look, we got a Wither Skeleton Skull, which is awesome, because in the near future, we're going to have to farm some Wither Skeletons in order to actually make our Wither Skeleton farm. Alright. I didn't finish it yet, but actually look at the changes we've made. I made a massive map. Also, I cleared out a big portion of our base area. Very cool. Ew, oh, you. Hurt myself a lot doing that. And I did a lot of brewing. We just brewed a lot of potions. We'll just have that ready. Yeah, we also spent a little bit of time cleaning up our like compound area. So I got rid of the little farms I had out here because I want to make better farms. So I went ahead and got rid of them. You can see they're all gone for the most part. I left the cows and the chickens there because I don't know what to do with them just yet. I am kind of tempted to do something a little funny, I guess, which is to clear out these eggs and then take advantage of our flame bow, but I think it might be, I don't know. There should only be like 20 of them in there. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so we got rid of the chicken farm. Oh, well, I don't want to carry these. Oh, well, I was going to say perfect. We didn't get any more, but well, I guess we'll have a couple sitting around. I don't know. There's a handful of things I kind of don't want to do right now. Like, I don't want to start the ravine. I do kind of want to, I don't know. Just kind of on a whim, I want to go do a raid because I can. So I might do that. We might as well, you know. Because I meant to go until 5, but I ended up going over a little. So why don't we just do a raid, and then we finish after that. Because my main goal of this stream was to just make sure we got rid of the all the wooded area over there. And because we did that, I'm basically okay with doing whatever else, like anything extra. So I'm probably just gonna go do a raid. Also, now that I've gotten rid of my sugarcane farm, we're gonna need to make a new one at some point soon enough, because I only have a handful of sugarcane, you know, like reserves, like for paper and stuff like that. So we'll run out of rockets soon enough if we don't make a new one. Alright, real quick, I need to remember where that pillager outpost was, and then we can go to our pillager, like, raid area. Where did I put my beacon? Oh, it's right. It's back inside the mine. Oh, I love the elytra. What's even cooler than what I just did there with the elytra is sometimes if you fly up the stairs correctly, you can make it all the way out through the elytra, like, entrance. So most of the times I end up crashing into the stairs and hitting the roof or something like that. I don't make it all the way, but sometimes you can make it all the way out here. Alright, I'm gonna check my coordinates real quick. See where that pillager outpost is. Okay, 11, 14, 23. So we need to go far this way, and, or wait, we need to go this way. There we go. Now we're headed in the right direction. So it's 23 on the Z, so we need to go a little bit further this way, and then basically just make a straight line this way. We should also pass a witch hut on the way there, I think. No, there's a witch hut a little past where we're going, so either way, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to a pillager outpost. We're going to, there it is, basically just grab Bad Omen. Then we're going to go back to our pillager farming outpost, because we have a different area where we like to actually do raids. Okay, so what we need is one of these guys with a banner. So I know if we fly away, they'll despawn and respawn new ones, so it shouldn't take too long to get a guy with a banner. What's even cooler is, in the future, I might set up a different one that's actually closer to this, because there's a village right there, so I could do it. But I kind of like the building I have set up right now for it. Okay, no banners. Yeah, whatever. If I just kill them, new ones will spawn. Alright, bring me new ones. There's a way to actually, like, AFK almost, like, raids. Like, you can make a raid farm that's, like, AFK-able. But it's easier to just get Bad Omen and just do the raid. Bring me someone with the banner. Because I don't think if I drop the banner, they'll automatically pick it up. But I don't think it'll give me Bad Omen. Might as well test it out with the next guy. I think there's a guy up here. Just give me a new guy. Ah. Okay, guy right here. I'm just gonna drop this. See if he'll pick it up. When they're doing raids, they'll actually like pathfind towards it and pick it up automatically, but these guys aren't. So I guess I have to wait for a guy with a banner to spawn. So I'm just gonna run inside, put this back where it was, and kill these guys. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. Hey guys, how are you doing? Lol. You can't handle my movement. Do you like how if you shake your mouse fast enough and like jump up and down, half the time you can just dodge their arrows? Considering their primary weapon is a crossbow, they're really bad at using it. Ugh. Give me one with a banner. Dang. I'm gonna fly out of the distance so it'll respawn some more. And then it should work. I just want Bad Omen. Ugh. You guys, there's a bunch more of you, and none of you have banners sometimes. Did that guy just jump off the top? These guys also aren't that smart. Oh, getting riddled with bullets. Oh, oh. Thank you, good sir. I'll pity the rest of your men, but I'll keep your banner. Alrighty. Now we can actually go do a raid. We got Bad Omen. What's funny is when it says indefinite, so look, it doesn't say a time. What's funny about that is it's not actually truly indefinite. So after a period of time, it will wear off. It just takes a while. Like the same way with like Hero of the Villager, Hero of the Village gives you a, oh, wait, we passed our, we didn't quite pass it. Our raid outpost is over here. I think. No, it's this direction. All we have to do is make sure we don't go towards that, because that's our actual village that we use. It won't be a big problem if we do a raid there, because they are enclosed. It's just that I prefer to do it here, because I have an exposed villager, like I have exposed Iron Golem farm, so. Alright, we're going to pop one right here. I'm going to wait, what do I have? Resistance and regeneration. I'll throw strength on now. Strength 2. Boom. I'm going to pop through here. Oh, I can't sleep. Really nowhere. I don't want to do the raid nighttime during nighttime. Whatever. Hi. There they are. Our beautiful raiders. Are there literally only 3 of you? Nope, nope. There's one more. Hi. How are you doing, sir? No, don't run away. Ugh. What's irritating is, why do pillagers not get attacked by the monsters? I feel like skeletons and zombies should also attack the pillagers, considering they're supposed to also be, like, people. Like, zombies attack villagers, why don't they attack, you know, pillagers? Or, like, yeah. I do like how they purposely try to pick up their banners again, though. Also, do you like how I got strength even though I don't use my sword at all, really? Well, I purposely don't use my sword a lot because of the fact that, like, Ravagers, hard to kill with a sword because it's really hard to do melee damage without getting killed by them. They have a witch this time. At least they don't have an evoker. Evokers are the hard ones to deal with. Let me kill that witch because she'll keep the ones... How was I not hitting that? She'll keep the others alive if I... Ooh. He can get up here. That's actually the first time any of the Ravagers have been smart enough to use that to get up. Alright, Pillagers should flock towards that. There's one. There's another one. And the last one. More saddles for me, thank you. So we had one before this started. So we've done 3 rounds. This direction, I think. Yeah, I see them. Alright. I see 3 Vindicators, a Witch, Pillagers. No Evoker? Okay. And no Ravager, apparently. Oh, another Witch, another Pillager. Ooh, I just got a health potion. I saw one more. There we go. Come here. Come here. Oh, there's a Pillager over there. I do find it kind of funny that the witches are literally support characters. And the way the wiki describes it is they're not actually allies with the pillagers. They just simply help them. I got 2 health potions. That's awesome. Okay, now let's deal with the Vindicators, which are the ones with the axes, who can actually deal quite a bit of damage. That's why we do have to still be wary of them. Wary. Which, look at that. Look at all these zombies that aren't attacking the Vindicators. Like, they're still dudes. Oh, one of the zombies picked up a crossbow. I like how zombies can pick up things like bows and crossbows, but can't use them. Look at that. Why isn't that guy being attacked by any of these zombies? Okay, I'm just wasting arrows and experience on my bow. I need to keep my distance because I don't want to get attacked by the Vindicator in the back. Ooh, ew, ew. 3 baby zombies. Hate those. They're so irritating to deal with because they're really fast and they have a surprising amount of health. Yeah, but 2 health potions. 2 witches. That's actually, like, the chances of that are actually pretty low. Alright. Ooh, 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 ooh. I almost forgot he was here. Almost let him attack me. Alright, I can almost guarantee this next round is going to have an Evoker. And Evokers, again, are the hard ones to deal with because of their Vexes. There's one. Yeah, and then also, look how fast they are. Okay, he got his Vex. He might have not gotten his Vex off. And he's the only one. Now it's just Vindicators and, oh, Ravager, I forgot. They can get up here. I gotta be careful about that. Again, Ravagers can hit me really hard. And the thing is, if he forces me off the top of here, that's gonna be a problem because of all the Vindicators that are down there, because they can also hit me hard. I need to make sure to get that Totem of Undying over there, though. Hey, guys. worst thing is when you don't realize that there was another evoker, and you end up, like, you know, letting him summon, like, Vexes and his fangs and all that, and it becomes a big problem. Just gonna deal with these guys, pick up the XP and the stuff before I deal with the Vindicator. Hey, buddy. And boom. Grab the next banner. Again, this round will probably have at least one evoker. I love these raids. Or it could be a victory. This direction? Yeah. I can catch them while they're still in the water. This is perfect. Perfect. I should have thought of that sooner. Alright. I see a witch. Which, funny enough, because I don't know why, but during raids, witches will not attack me because they're supporting characters. They won't actually be on the offensive. Oh my gosh, every time I shoot, he moves. And he has regeneration, so, okay, there we go. I was about to say, if I don't land a second shot, he lives. Awesome. Is that really, do I really have 3 totems now? That's awesome. Alright, I'm gonna try and deal some damage with my sword because I don't want to ruin my bow's like durability. Okay, says I still have a little less than half of the raid to go. Where is everyone? They lost? Oh, there's one. Hey. Hey. Yeah, I see you. I missed that critical hit because I couldn't tell. There you go. Ooh, he dropped 2. Just fixing my pickaxe with all the XP. You also get a surprising amount of emeralds. I forgot about that. Alright. We have 2 of them left. I don't know where they are. And I don't have a bell on me. I meant to leave the bell here last time I did a raid. Because of this very reason. But whatever. I didn't. So I don't have it. Alright. I could, I guess, run off and go get one. What's irritating is that's probably the best option. I'm gonna go get a bell real quick. So that's the 6th round of the raid. There's 2 left, so guessing that's either going to be the last round and I win, or there's going to be one more and that round's going to have like 3 evokers. Is this just? There it is. What's cool is you don't lose the raid if you leave. As long as the villagers stay alive, the raid keeps going. Which is pretty nice because that means I can run off and get stuff like a bell to deal with this. And if you're wondering why the bell is useful, it's really simple. Whenever you're in a raid... Oh! I guess they just started the next one. I'm guessing the 2 despawned because I left. Okay, I see 2 evokers. I'm gonna deal with the one on foot because he's slow. He's faster, so he's gonna be harder. Oh my gosh, I missed everything. All right, I got one of them at least. That scared me. That was not very nice of you. Hey. Stay in the move and the Ravagers can't catch you. Look at these Vindicators. They're going to come and swim up the water. Oh. Nice, I got him. And also, because he didn't see me, I think he didn't get any of his Vexes to spawn. And a Ravager's trying to climb up the waterfall now. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Oh, you... really trying, huh? These guys are so irritating. But yeah, that's what I was scared of. Dang. And also, as you can see, the massive amount of health these guys have. But, you know, free saddles. Let's kill that witch real quick. Okay, or not. Is that another evoker? There was 3, like I said. Oh, it just lagged for a second. Oh. I gotta hit my shots on him. But he's so fast. And they can't make up their mind. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And you can't get too close to them because they summon fangs. He just summoned Vexes. Those are going to be really irritating to deal with. Did he? Yeah, he did. Look, you can see him. I'm not sure, but I think the Vexes will attack the Iron Golem inside. Which is a little bit of a problem. Ah, great. Now the Evoker has the banner. Not a big deal, but it means he has no reason to come towards me. There we go. Finally hit that shot. Alright. So I see a Vindicator and Witches. The really only reason why I'm not going away is because the Vexes won't travel far from where they were summoned. See, and they're also starting to die, so I'm not worried about really them anymore. Might as well go finish the other guys off by hand. Okay. Oh my gosh, I hate the Vexes. See how much damage they deal? Alright. You're a support character, so you won't attack me, right? I love that. They really won't. Oh my gosh, full inventory though. Alright, gonna take advantage of that witch because witches are dumb doing raids. Where's my totem of undying box? There it is. Perfect. I'm gonna put them on the bottom row so I can still count how many I got from this raid alone. Look at that. Oh, now she throws slowness on me. Now she's acting as a normal witch. Before they realize they're by themselves, oh. You're a jerk. Oh, that instant harming can actually do a lot of damage. I need to kill this one. There it goes. Now I won. Yeah, that was the last one. So we got how many totems? We got 6 totems from that, which is pretty awesome. Yeah. Now we got, yeah, that was 7 rounds. So I think that was one of the higher level ones. Let's continue our wall. No. It's pretty nice. Oh, one more. Heck. Perfect. I got saddles. Got some trash. And I got a good amount of emeralds because I only had like 50 emeralds before this, and now I have over a stack. Let's go ahead and heal a little bit of our axe with these XP. Ooh, 3 saddles, actually. Forgot, I killed a Ravager over here. Yeah. And the reason why I grabbed the bell, I didn't get a chance to finish that statement. The bell, when you ring it, it'll highlight, like, participants of the raid, which is pretty helpful. So it'll actually, like, show you exactly where they are and stuff like that, which can be pretty useful because, you know, they don't always do that where what they did just now, where they glitch out and it actually disappears. They normally just continue hiding and you can't start the next round until you find them and kill them. So that's the reason why I went off and got the bell. But yeah. All right, I think let's go fly back to our home base. Hero of the Village is still going to be in effect, so we might walk into our villager center just to get stuff thrown at us for a second. But yeah. So this stream, I talked about like future plans. I talked about the update a little bit more. I obviously cleared out a huge portion of this. We cleaned up our compound a little bit by getting rid of our farms. I showed off the fact that I finally know how to make a flying machine, and we did a high level raid, which is pretty cool. So yeah, all in all, it was pretty fun. I know it'd been like a full week since I've actually streamed. I'm hoping to stream again pretty soon. Again, don't have any plans, but be on the lookout for that video that I mentioned, because I am starting the series of like how to play Minecraft, and my hope is that that's gonna be a regular upload. So actually, why don't I go ahead and make myself a goal? It'll be out Friday. The video, it'll be out Friday. It's just gonna cover, like I said, the first couple achievements and advancements, like the really basic stuff in Minecraft, but it'll be out on Friday. And maybe if I might make it like a regular upload, like so every Friday, but that's still up in the air. But at the very least, you can expect a video the video on Friday. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed. This has been Moxie Man playing some hardcore Minecraft on a live stream. Like I said, we did a raid, we did a bunch of other stuff, but we got a lot more to